Hi there, welcome to Joshi'ing Around Weekly, a podcast in which we will discuss the most important shows, the best matches and the hottest topics in Japanese women's pro wrestling on a weekly basis. I'm Tim.
And I'm Eric.
And welcome to the show. Hello everyone, and welcome to the 7th episode of Joshi'ing Around Weekly. Today is the 21st of October, and we are gonna... Do we even have anything to talk about today? Let me look at the agenda here. Okay, we're gonna have a little news section here. After that, we're gonna cover the Stardom shows of New Blood 25 from October 17th, the Toyohashi Kurara Homecoming Show, October 18th, and the Starlight Kid Produce Show, her 10th anniversary from October 20th. After that, we're gonna cover Tokyo Joshi Pro's Korakuen Hall Show from the 18th, the additional Attack 25. Then we're gonna cover the Marvelous Show in Ishikawa as we enter the Indie Zone. After Marvelous, we're gonna talk about the Oz Academy show from the Yokohama Budokan from October 19th. After that, we're gonna have a little singular match from a New Japan show where the JTO women fought a random match for some reason. Then we're gonna have the Sendai Girls show from the October 17th, the Jaja Uma semi-final show. After that, Eric is gonna take us through a Wave show and maybe give us a little primer for the promotion. That show is from the October 12th. Then we're gonna have a Actors show from October 13 and a Ito Dojo show from October 16. After that, we're gonna preview some shows for next week, some bigger ones coming up, and our little match of the week section. Right, small little agenda for today. Hi, Eric. How are you doing?
Hi. That's a lot of fucking wrestling.
Yeah,
I just realized when you said it all out loud, I was like, oh shit, that's a lot.
We got a lot today, yeah. It's crazy.
Because you would think it's not a lot considering Stardom didn't do much, TJPW didn't do much, neither did Marigold. But, you know, because we got the Indie Zone, there's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, there were a lot of important shows too, I think. But like, even Stardom, we have like 3 shows, right? And I think we even like cut some other shows too. Also, I gotta, I guess, apologize in advance to our viewers, to our listeners, rather. We're not live on video yet, so...
Yet?
That's coming when we have our like $1 million Patreon, you know?
Yeah, Patreon,
yeah. Last week I promised a super in-depth deep dive into the Tai Honma retirement show. Unfortunately, we're not gonna have this on this week. Maybe next one. Just to get to it.
I'm sure our listeners are very upset about that.
Yeah, I was kind of like I watched. I had to really like press the wrestling in these last 2 days because I really had a kind of a busy weekend. Where,
what were you up to?
So, okay. I can tell you a bit about my last few days. It was a rough time. So Saturday was, we had a big football game in Germany. It's Bayern vs Dortmund. It's like kind of the biggest game of the season. And I haven't been watching football in a while really, but I figured let's just watch this one for the good old times. It's like a giant rivalry over here in Germany, right? Bayern and Dortmund. So I got myself a couple cold ones and drank some beer and watched some football, and then just kept it going a bit until the AEW pay-per-view. And yeah, long story short, I was kind of getting drunk on Saturday night, watching football and the pay-per-view, and I went to bed like I watched the full pay-per-view, right? So I went to bed at like 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. I woke up on Sunday afternoon, like felt like complete shit. Was hungover as fuck. So yeah, what do you do when you're having a rough hungover day?
Well, That's the trick. I just don't drink. I think I drink like
That's probably better.
once a year or something on Christmas, maybe sometimes. Well, this year I'll be in Tokyo on Christmas, so but yeah,
You're gonna drink in Tokyo.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't actually get hung up. I'm actually pretty good about drinking a lot of water.
Oh, you're young. Yeah, the real hangovers come at like, I don't know, maybe 29, 30, around that.
Oh, well, that's my age, so I'm just not going to drink them.
Anyway, like usually when you're hungover as fuck, you gotta have some real disgusting like fast food, right? That's the only cure.
What did you have?
Yeah, my boss told me recently that they have this like spice challenge from McDonald's in Germany. I don't know if you have it over there in
Spice?
the UK too. Yeah, they have like 3 sauces for the chicken nuggets. Like a spicy one, a very spicy one, and like a hell sauce. I don't know.
Hell sauce, yeah.
Yeah. So my boss told me about those. He said like him and me, we both like to eat hot a lot actually. So he told me he was extremely surprised how hot they actually are, because like usually when you have like these fast food joints, their hot food isn't really that hot usually, right?
Yeah.
Because like the normal everyday person has got to be able to consume it basically.
Yeah.
But for this one, they just for some reason decided to put like some industry grade capsaicin into like these little sauce boxes or whatever. It's crazy. I got this fucking spice competition from McDonald's on Sunday, and I have been suffering for the last 2 days.
On the toilet?
Not a fun time. Everywhere in bed. My stomach hurt like straight up for 2 days straight from this.
I mean, you had
It was
alcohol, and
insane.
then you mixed it with extreme spice. That's what you're expecting.
Like I've
Were
been
you
doing
drunk when
better
you ordered?
today. No, it was like I woke up on Sunday at like, I don't know, 2 p.m. or something in the afternoon, and I went to like McDonald's at 5, I guess. So I was already like sobering up at that point, but it's not great. It wasn't great the last couple of days for me.
Wait, what sort of spice how spicy do you like spice? Are we talking like like ghost pepper or bird's eye
I don't
chili?
really have like the Scoville levels or anything. I usually like mix my own shit together when I make a proper like hot sauce. I have like these. I like the El Yucateco sauces. I think those are
Okay, I don't know
international.
what the fuck that is.
Yeah, but they're like in different spice levels. I don't know about the Scoville level
Okay,
or anything.
here's the test.
I usually like proper spice.
Do you
seafood, actually.
think jalapenos are spicy?
Nah, not really.
Okay, you had to think about it. That's worrying me, Toe.
I mean, jalapenos, it depends, right? They are in different.
Are there? I just mean your classic jalapenos that gets put on pizzas and stuff like that.
Nah, those are not really spicy.
Okay,
right?
good. All right.
What do you think? Like what? The dried ones I have at home right now are bird's eye peppers, I think.
Yeah, but birds are like the basic bitch spice. That's the ones that I normally go for if I just want like a tiny hint of spice, but not too much. So like if I'm making
I
like
usually
a chili,
put like 3 of those in my
yeah,
sauces.
exactly. I'd put like 3 or 4 of those in like just my chili. I normally put them in my bolognese as well, my spaghetti. I just like having chilies.
Absolutely.
When it gets to like Scotch bonnets, that's like okay, that's like a moderate amount of spice. I don't mind it. I never like really tried ghost peppers or stuff like that. I think the hottest thing I've ever made, I put like 3 Scotch bonnets in a chili once. But I grew up on spice because I'm half African, so it's kind of our cuisine. So
Yeah, you. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can look real quick. What's my current Yucateco? Let me have a look.
yeah, this is an important thing we need to figure out. He's also not going to cut this. We are going to wait for him to get his Yucateco.
I'm gonna cut this out.
No, you're not.
So the current one, I really love this one. It's like a green one. It's verde. It's picante verde chile habanero salsa.
Yeah.
So this is like habanero pepper.
Habanero. What's the Scoville in habanero? Habanero pepper.
I have no idea. It's not that hot. You can really like eat this one on
100,000. Wait, what is
but this is like a hot sauce made from it, right? I don't think the sauce has 100,000. That would surprise me a lot.
Wait, you think it's less or more?
Less.
Yeah, okay.
Like I think there's only habanero in there, but like with water and salt and all this stuff that's in a hot sauce.
Yeah, Scotch. It's around the same heat as a Scotch bonnet, which is relatively hot.
Yeah, but this one rules. El Yucateco, if you ever see this one.
Okay.
I can recommend that one.
Yeah, I respect your spice game. Okay, approved.
Nice, awesome. Anyway, but my body didn't approve of it at all. The last
I can
days
imagine
were
now.
rough.
Yeah.
I feel better now. Like today was like okay, but yesterday I was still like suffering, and I had shit to do in the evening as well, so I really couldn't watch much wrestling. Huh? Yeah.
Like
yeah
tasks or shit.
Huh?
Nothing. Sorry, go on.
Literally, it was alright. Anyway, so those were my couple of days, and that is why I had to like really stress myself to get all these matches in. I watched like the Marvelous show on lunch break today at work on my phone, which was also a different kind of experience. But
yeah, that's fucking crazy. Don't do that.
We're gonna talk about that later. Yeah. Like I got this like conundrum, right? Because I also don't want to get spoiled on these shows, especially like the Oz main event, the Marvelous show, and the Jaja Uma tournament. Like I really want to see the matches myself before we talk about it. But also I didn't want to postpone these shows. I think those are important shows, so I had to get them in today somehow.
Okay, but just as a warning, in future we might postpone some shows if we don't have time to watch them, so we don't get spoiled on them. Because we do actually want to enjoy these shows as well, and not just provide reviews for them and make it a chore.
Yeah, I dropped the Tai Hanma show instead.
Yeah.
Something had to give. Sorry about that. So,
I mean, we've got some Tai Hanma stuff later in Wave. Don't you worry, Tim. I got it covered.
Oh, did she come back? Oh no, this is an old show, right?
It's the day. It was the day before her retirement show.
Okay, yeah.
So,
right. Did you see that Saya was announced for the Kunoichi Sasuke challenge thing?
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Is it like Takeshi's Castle?
It kind of is. It's kind of a mix. Like it's like an obstacle course, and like the way it looks reminds me of a lot of like Takeshi's Castle. But it's more like from the what's it called from the goal. It's more like the Super Ninja stuff. What was that show called in America? I know, like Ninja Warriors, or I don't know what it was. Yeah, Ninja Warrior. Yeah. So it's like one contestant has to go through this obstacle course. It's not like all at once, and it's not like there are actively people shooting at you or something like in Takeshi. I always want to say Takeshita's Castle, but
yeah, I don't think it's Takeshi's Castle. That's New Japan now.
Oh hell yeah, baby. But it's like one contestant, they have to go through this obstacle course like in American Ninja Warrior, but the obstacles itself look kind of like they are from Takeshi's Castle.
Okay.
I have seen the runs Unagi and Tam Nakano did there. They both were not the most successful. Like Unagi didn't even make the first obstacle, I think. Tam made it a bit further, but it looked kind of funny. Maybe I should. If I find it, I'm gonna send it to you after.
So
because they did it in like full gear, it looked really goofy.
Oh, full wrestling gear?
Yeah.
Oh. So I'm guessing the only reason you mentioned this was to mention Tam Nakano 10 minutes into the podcast, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We need to get her in every single episode.
But also, it's another like mainstream appearance for Saya. It's gonna be good, and she's like really big on the poster. Like she's like one of the 5 most prominent people apparently that they got on there. So that's pretty cool.
But I heard she doesn't deserve to be the Tokyo Sports MVP.
Yeah, I heard if she was, then like it would devalue the prize, right?
Where did you hear that?
I heard an old man talk about it. Who what's his name again?
Does the old man have a hat?
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird little goatee. It's our best friend. It's everybody's best friend, Rossi Ogawa.
Your favorite uncle?
What? Oh God. What did you think of those comments?
So I couldn't, because it was a video interview, I couldn't see a full transcription, so it's kind of hard to know his original words, and obviously like translation warnings and trusting randoms on Twitter warnings. I think there was like 5 points I picked up. You tell me if I'm wrong. I think the first one was, he said if he was to hold a show at Tokyo Dome, it would be Marigold versus WWE with no other women's promotions involved. Let's start with that one.
I didn't even know about that one, honestly. I didn't watch the full thing.
So just for full disclosure, I think me and Tim have not thought about these at all. We were just gonna YOLO this segment and see our true feelings on Rossi Ogawa's comments.
This is our news section, by the way, so our prestigious little news segment every week.
Yeah, there wasn't much news, so we thought, fuck it.
Let's talk about this shit.
I don't even have an opinion on this one. Marigold versus WWE.
I mean, it tells me that he really likes WWE, I guess.
He does, yeah. He clearly has a respect for it because, I mean, probably just respects the money they make or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't have any other opinion on this. It's just Rossi saying shit. The second one was Crush Gals and Akira Hokuto were better than Saya Kamitani, and they didn't win the MVP, so she shouldn't. Like, why do people not understand, like, things are relative?
Yeah, that's
so it
stupid.
kind of fully depends on the field for MVP now. If you're not putting Saya Kamitani as the Tokyo Sports overall MVP, who the fuck are you voting? Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Naito was gone for like 7 months of the year, or even more than that. Takeshita just became champion and, hasn't done a lot of dates in New Japan at all. Only did a couple of dates in DDT. His last DDT date was in May, off the top of my head. And then, who's the other ones? Goto? I mean also
Ozawa
gone for half...
out.
Yeah, gone for half the year. Azawa got injured the first day of the N1. He would have been a pretty good candidate. Who the fuck are you voting if you're not voting Saya Kamitani? Why the fuck does her gender matter? It's so bizarre.
It is really fucking stupid, yeah. And I would say it's a fucking travesty that like the Crush Girls or Akira Hokuto never won it, but that that's an injustice. That doesn't mean like this here being an injustice would be good for that reason or whatever. That like I don't follow this.
Well, should we see who their competitors were? Let's see the Tokyo Sports MVP award winners. Okay, so the list of MVP award winners. So when was like Hokuto and Crush Girls? Was it like late 80s?
I'd say like for the Crush Girls, I would say like 83 to 86 maybe.
Okay, so it was Jumbo Tsuruta in All Japan, which is, are you really going to win from Jumbo? Tatsumi Fujinami in 85, Tenryu for 3 years in a row after that. Yeah, so I don't...
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? I do think the Crush Girls had some sick-ass ratings in the 80s. I don't know if the men had higher ratings than that, actually. So maybe they were on par, actually, but not sure about that.
Yeah, but either way, that's not a reason to take it away from Saya Kamitani.
Yeah, that's so stupid. What the fuck?
All right. Well, we all know that one. So next one, Kamitani is better suited for winning the Women's Pro Wrestling Grand Prix instead of overall MVP. I don't care about this. I mean, we just spoke about it. Like, why does the gender matter? Comparing her to other candidates has got nothing to do with her gender. She's just done more than all of them. In terms of like bringing in fans into the promotion. We've spoken about her being a soft draw a few episodes ago. We don't need to go over that again. So then the fourth one is funny. WWE recognizes him, which is why they let him pay them money for EO. Does he actually think WWE give a fuck about him?
That's kind of cute. He thinks they like him. He thinks he's part of the team.
Yeah, he's not part of the team, bro. I mean, They're paying money for EO's appearances. It's got nothing to do with like a partnership or they like him or anything like that. It's a purely financial transaction.
Do you think they're gonna make the money back? They invest into it. Do you think they earn more
Marigold?
via ticket sales because Io is there than they're paying them?
I didn't look into how many she might have moved in the last Sumo Hall. I would bet it's non-zero, as in like she definitely moved some tickets. I just don't know what that number is, if it's like 500 or 1,000 or what exactly that number is. Well, if it's like, I mean, how much do you think an EO appearance is worth? I have no idea. That's probably a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess I have no idea how much these deals, how these deals work out monetary-wise. I only know that they're not like these tickets aren't necessarily flying off the shelves right now. I think
they're going to. My prediction is, quote me on this, they're going to do between 3,000 and 4,000.
You think? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that
around what Noah did.
Great for them.
I
would be surprised if they don't hit 3K, to be honest, but we'll see.
If they don't hit 3K, I think that might be a disappointment. But I don't remember what they did in July, to be fair. So, last year.
This year, July?
Last year, July.
Last year, I think they did over 3K.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, they should hit 3K, otherwise that's pretty disappointing. But, I mean, to answer your question, I don't think they make the money back, but, I mean, they just want... It's part of the prestige, right, of having EO and a WWE superstar, you know? WWE
maybe he thinks he's getting some brownie points from the WWE for giving them money.
The thing is, WWE is pretty popular in Japan. That is one thing I've started to realize. It is not seen. Well, AEW is much less.
Wasn't
popular.
their show pretty empty on? When was it, Friday?
I don't know if it was pretty empty. I mean, it definitely wasn't sold out for sure, but I don't know what the actual number was. But the thing is, even with like reporting, you see WWE news everywhere. I have not seen like a single AEW like news report in Japanese media. So I think the footprint is kind of different between the two companies that maybe Western fans don't realize. So I think Io Sky like is genuinely popular, and the fact that she's in WWE is a bonus to those fans. I do believe that.
I'm kind of surprised about that because you like where's I think WWE is on Abema, right?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
And you could see like the award numbers of like wrestling shows, and like the WWE numbers are sometimes like in the hundreds of people watching them.
That's kind of crazy.
While some DDT shows are easily like 10K or whatever. So.
Yeah, I'm only purely talking about like who I see like Shupro report on, and they like always have like a news report on every single WWE show, and they've never once reported on an AEW show. So only going by that metric, which I admit is kind of just one.
I mean, metric. I think AEW is absolute a non-entity in Japan.
Exactly.
But I think WWE is also pretty fucking low. I remember like...
No, I agree with that, yeah.
What is also the Supro Awards? I think there was some publicly voted award last year where like the top promotions, I think WWE and AEW were like at 19 and 20 behind like Baka Gaijin.
Yeah.
Like that's how popular WWE is there actually. So
I looked at Shupro's, so they release monthly rankings on the most viewed news pages and show results. So when I was looking at like size attendance, I looked at the show results, and WWE is almost like never near the top. Like I think they only crack like the top 30 for like massive shows like WrestleMania or something. When Io Sky was on there and stuff, they barely ever crack the top 30. It's always like Stardom, New Japan. Stardom and New Japan are by far the biggest on those rankings. So WWE is definitely not big in Japan compared to the Japanese promotions, but the gulf between WWE and AEW is bigger in Japan, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, yeah, so that it was just hilarious because we all know WWE doesn't give a fuck about Marigold. There's no partnership there. There's no partnership between them. Like, them and Noah even, they're just like sending some fucking NXT people over every so often and shitting up the house show cards. I had to watch one today. It was like a 22-minute main event with Charlie Dempsey and Harlem Lewis, and I actually could hear the fucking TV ads in my head when I was watching this match. Like, there were minutes of the match where nothing was happening. I was like, oh, do they think like there's commercials or something? It was so fucking crazy that it's like invading Noah. Yeah, WWE, I think, doesn't give a fuck about these promotions. So
I also think it's such a fucking dumb mindset too, though. It's like, it's not only Rossi, it's also like Muto and everyone who is like horny for this like WWE relationship. Have they looked at the history of promotions who made deals or like ever had a relationship with WWE and how it went for every single one of them?
Oh, did you not
like,
see TNA
why would you
7,000?
aim for that? Sorry?
Did you not see TNA did 7,000? They're like the second biggest promotion in America.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, last one was he said something. Stardom fans don't watch other wrestling, which is why they boo Sareee.
Yeah, he may have missed some stuff that happened with. He may have missed some promos to recut for like half a year every other week. But
yeah,
if he thinks that's the reason why they booed her, good for him, I guess.
Yeah, agreed.
Anyway, I don't even think he's that completely wrong, because like apparently in Japan the fandoms are very like siloed between the promotions, kinda. Mm-hmm. You hear that a lot actually, but I still don't think that's the reason for why they boo her. I mean, they did boo her as like the outsider, but that's because she played the outsider role specifically and cut these promos on Stardom. So yeah.
Did they boo her when she was with Mayu Iwatani's feud the year before?
I don't remember.
I don't remember them booing her. Yeah.
No.
So
yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
let's move on from this fucking old guy. Oh, what do you think about... Okay, actually, sorry. Last bit about him. What do you think about his Hall of Fame case? Because I listened to Omikaze's...
I was wondering if we should talk about the Hall of Fame today, but we don't have enough time, I reckon.
No, just quickly about Rossi.
No, I don't think he should go in. I think some people are underrating his case too, like people who say like he has absolutely nothing to do with like the success of Stardom or whatever. But I also don't put too much stock on his booking per se. I think Stardom always lived off just like the pure talent level and depth of the roster, and he could just basically book whatever and it was gonna be good. So, but yeah, I don't think he should really go into the Hall of Fame. I think like everything else he started pretty much failed. I also think like I really gotta agree. I don't know who it said on Omikaze. But someone said that like most of the stuff about his like involvement in the HAW days was probably just over exaggeration from Fumi, and maybe just straight up lies. And I think that's very much the case. So I would be very careful about like voting him into the Hall of Fame for sure.
I actually can't believe. Well, I'm kind of impressed. Well, I'm lucky. I've never watched a Stardom booked by Rossi. I just kind of realized that. Yeah, because I'm that kind of new viewer that I kind of just missed the whole thing, because I started joining literally when the whole shit was going down.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Actually.
But, I've watched all of Marigold's thing, and I just... Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's anything that he books specifically that's good. Like, everything I like about Marigold is about the in-ring wrestling, right? It's never really... Yeah, go on.
I mean, towards the end of his Stardom run, it was straight up a disaster, right?
Yeah. What with the... the Julia Tam stuff? Remind me, what was it?
Like in general, that whole year. Like I think Julia and Tam, like Tam winning over Julia wasn't entirely his plan. So I felt he kind of sabotaged the booking over the entire summer there. Like Tam had like 2 red belt matches essentially over the whole summer. One against Megan Bayne and one against Natsuko Tora, which are of course like I think I gotta get him credit for pushing some people at the right time. Like him pushing Utami immediately was like a really, really great move from him probably. Him pushing Saya the way he did was probably really good a good decision from him. But like after Tam won the belt, I feel like everything kind of fell apart and nothing made sense anymore. And he kind of like, you could see like some pay-per-views Julia main evented with the New Japan strong belt over the red belt. So that kind of tells me that he actually wanted Julia to be the main champion. And that was just kind of embarrassing that he gave Tam absolutely nothing on her first red belt run. So I'm obviously a bit bitter about that. And yeah, towards the end, it was just the whole roster fell apart because they just got tons of injuries, which of course isn't his fault per se, but maybe that wasn't really his fault at all. That was more like the crazy schedule they put on them in that year, which was basically
I was thinking, as a new viewer, what I don't like about him is, and I'm fully biased about it, is the sexualization of the wrestlers. Like, I know that like sex sells in wrestling. Like I'm not like oblivious to that. Well, sex sells in everything, right? That's just kind of like the media landscape. But he's really like the pioneer of that sort of objectification of the wrestlers, and it hasn't stopped with, like, you can see, like, when he left Stardom, they kind of stopped doing all of that, like the photo shoots, the swimsuits, all that stuff. And then and you can see that he's picked it up in Marigold, like he hasn't stopped doing that. There was the magazine cover like a few months ago where, you know, the entire roster are in like full bikinis, you know, including like, you know, I know they're adults, but, you know, 19 to 20 year old like Kazuna Tanaka and stuff like that. And it's just like, why do you need to do that? Why do you want people, like fans, like fetishize the wrestlers? That's what I really don't like, I guess. And by the way,
I mean that is obviously the main.
Yeah, it's also spilled out into the fucking indies. So like promotions like Diana, which, you know, I love, they do like photo shoots and they sell swim suit shots because that's what the fucking fans are expecting. And I think I wrote in the newsletter like it's been a while now, like a few months ago, like Diana had like a legal case against the fan that was, you know, overstepping the mark and stalking. And they sued him. They won the case eventually, but they had to like revamp rules about fans. And I think the worst part of that is the fan was targeting like one of their younger wrestlers, because Diana has kids as wrestlers, by the way. Like, Nene is 11 years old. Ice Ribbon has wrestlers that are, I think, 6 or 7 years old. And, like, all of that seeping into these smaller promotions is putting those people at risk from fans. And if you look at the audience in all of those promotions, it's, like, mostly old men. Like, it's just... Yeah.
Yeah, it's
kind of
really kind of not good.
That's what I feel like his legacy is, actually.
It's possible, yeah. Like, there's quite obviously that, I don't know, photo shoots out there from, like, I think Azumi when she was, like, 15 or whatever. It's insane.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's obviously, like, the worst part about him.
Yeah, and I don't want to undervalue, like, the things he's done, I guess. Like, you know, starting Stardom, which, like, immediately became, like, the best... Joshi promotion in the early 2010s, and sort of like started to reinvigorate the scene after like a dead 2005 to 2010 period or whatever. You know, some credit has to be given to that, I guess. So I guess, I don't want to be too biased and devalue that.
Sure, but I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah, I don't think he's
in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I don't think so either. Anyway, we got a lot of shows to get to. We already had a lot of time spent.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the Stardom shows are kind of, you know, they're kind of like house showy, right?
Yeah.
So it should be quick.
For sure. We got the Stardom New Blood show. It was October 17th in Azalea in Osaka. Azalea Taisho Hall. Anyway, the first match was Emma beating Kikyo. Last week I said it would be kind of embarrassing if one of them beat the other. I figured this was going to be another draw, actually. Yeah. So I was kind of surprised when Emma just tapped her out. So, yeah, but cool match. I mean, maybe they figured that Kikyo already has, like... Did you see these... like, they're doing these fan things at, like, Tower Records, where you can like buy your wrestlers, I don't even know, keychains or whatever, or pictures, and like they tally up the thing, and like Kikyo is like the 5th most popular wrestler or whatever for some reason already in Stardom.
Really?
Yeah, she's like really high up there in the rankings.
That's fucking
I think
wild.
It's like that's really wild. Yeah, it's like Saya and Natsupoi like up there, and I think Saori or something, and like she, of all the rookies, she's by far the most popular apparently.
Well, she's got her character like completely fucking figured out from day one, right? From day one, she was like strutting out there, knowing exactly who she was. So that doesn't kind of surprise me.
Exactly. Yeah. So my thought is maybe they gave Emma a win here to help her a bit.
Yeah,
on
it was
the,
it was her first ever pinfall and submission, so that was kind of a.
That's good. Wait, didn't she?
No,
Didn't she beat Rina when?
Yeah, but that
Rina
was a referee stoppage.
Oh, you mean okay? Not her first win, but her first
Yeah.
pinfall win, submission win in this case. She beat her with some kind of sharpshooter thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a lot of submission holds. I her triple like locomotion suplex was really cool. So I hope she kind of
she did that the other week too.
Yeah,
she goes wild with that. I think she did that in the Jaja Uma tournament actually.
Yeah. Oh, she won with the Boston Crab, by the way, not the.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Maybe I saw that wrong. I wrote sharpshooter for some reason. Whatever. Yeah, but yeah, I mean it also makes sense. She's just a better wrestler for her to win this actually. Anyway, next match we had. Oh, did you have anything else in this?
No.
Next match was Mei Seira vs Yuki Mashiro. This is the Yuki you don't like, right?
No, this is the. Wait, really? Is there a Yuki I don't like? Which Yuki is that?
Wait. Oh no, Yuri you don't like, right? With two U's.
Who? Oh yeah, no, fuck Yuri. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, the Gambari Pro Yuri. Yeah. I'll talk about that later, maybe. Yeah, no, Yuki Mashiro is cool.
I just remembered the one with the two U's.
Yeah.
That's Yuri, not Yuki.
Yeah.
Okay. I think so too. I like Yuki Mashiro. Do you have anything on this one?
Yeah, so this match was because the glute master Yuri Hime, she was injured in Himeji the night before. So they put Mei Seira in this match, and I think it was a better match. Like, Mashiro would not be able to have this match if it was with Yuria, for sure. This match kind of hit for me, to be honest, but I'm a huge Mei Seira fan. I love Mei Seira. She's so fucking good. Sometimes it's hard to know how good her opponent is, because she's just so good at making people look good. So
it's she's like true, yeah.
She's one of the best sellers for like the type of style she works. So you know when people like go on about like Azumi and not selling and stuff like the high speed style where you don't really sell much, you just go move. Mei Seira is kind of that archetype, but she is like one of the best sellers out of that archetype.
It's true, yeah. Yeah, I wrote here that they did some really good like high speed wrestling at the opening of the match. But yeah, it's just what Mei does, right? I think Mashiro maybe didn't even have to do much to make it look this good. Yeah. Then like Yuki pushed Mei like from the top turnbuckle to the outside. First I thought it looked kind of scary, but ended up being safe. So anyway, Mei beat her with like some sort of schoolboy pin out of a powerbomb position, I think. Yeah,
did you notice?
Good little match.
Did you notice Mei Seira did the prayer thing after winning? You know, the name of the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. The sign.
I didn't.
The sign of the cross. I just thought it was funny because I just realized that I've never seen that in Japanese wrestling before, because there's like not a lot of Christians in Japan, right? There's only like a couple million out of the whole population. Yeah, so that just stood out to me because, you know, I went to fucking Catholic school, so that fucking gave me PTSD, I'll tell you.
Yeah, maybe she just saw that somewhere in
maybe
or something. Yeah. I don't know if she's a Catholic per se, but anyway, next match we had the team of God's Eye, Kyoka Kotatsu and Rana Yagami defeating Fukigen Death and Ram Kaicho. Yeah, this was. I think it's kind of funny when Kyoka is she was like really tryharding the entire match, like trying to get her karate shit in, while like Ram and Fukigen basically just
this needs to be a bit now. Kyoka's like
wrestle seriously at all.
Yeah, Kyoka's some super serious shooter, but like no one sells any of her offense. That should just be the thing now.
I think it already is.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's already a thing. She was
although Ram kind of sold for her, I think. Ram isn't like in the position, I guess, to not sell for.
Yeah, but Kyoka was struggling in this match, didn't you think? I thought she was struggling. I thought she fucking struggled. Like Ram was waiting to like put a hold on Kyoka. She was waiting for Kyoka to put a hold on her, and then Kyoka just grabbed both legs for like a clover leaf, and then she messed it up, and then she ended up with an ankle lock. And
I remember that one. Yeah.
You're meant to be like a, you know, sort of like shoot style. I would hope that you can like do the submission hold, but yeah, no, she had a rough day at the office.
Yeah, I just thought like whenever like Fukigen or Ram both did like any comedy spot, and Kyoka always completely no-sold it, and the crowd just fucking booed her the entire time. Yeah. It was so rough.
Oh,
but funny. I hope she did that on purpose, because that was really funny, actually.
We'll talk about it later.
The way she no-sold the comedy.
I think Fukin Def's comedy spots are the biggest babyface reaction in the entirety of wrestling. Yeah. Bigger than John Cena, Cody Rhodes, whatever. Think of the top babyface that everyone goes batshit crazy for. Everyone will get booed against Fukin Def's spots if you do not cooperate. Everyone. And, later we'll talk about it, but fucking Sayaka Kurara in her hometown got booed because she stopped one of Fukin Def's spots. So, yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, so Ram accidentally powered at Fukigen, and Rana pinned her. Anyway, after this, we had Rina Yamashita defeating Akira Kurogane in kind of a little Mi Vida Loca, maybe trial match. I don't know. Rina
this was for the
beating up
sickos.
her rookie. I loved this one too. Yeah.
I fucking love this match.
Yeah, it was great. And I thought Akira did really good at like just she got the crowd behind her so crazy by the end. I mean, it was basically also Rina's doing, mostly just beating the piss out of Akira the entire time. I guess you only could cheer for Akira in this one, but I loved it.
Is it a hot take to say this is Akira's best match?
Ooh, I have to think.
I think it's her best match. Or at least I think it's her best performance, or like the most I've enjoyed her. One of those three variations.
If you say like singles, most probably, yeah.
Yeah, so
I remember she had the Yuria match for the 5-star Grand Prix qualification spot that I thought was surprisingly
I thought this
good,
match was better than that.
But this was better, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
other than that, I don't really remember any Akira singles matches.
Exactly.
I remember, I think Rian got her first win against Akira, but that one also wasn't as good as this one. So.
Yeah. I thought it was, I really liked Yamashita being a bully. I think she's on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yamashita's fucking awesome. Like she's on a run right now. She's doing really well. I thought it was really cool, Akira, like having that serious hurdle to overcome. That wasn't just like a standard rookie vet matchup. I thought this was like a super strong performance from both. Like the crowd heat was there the entire time. It was intense. This kind of over delivered for me. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. So. Like, at the start of the match, they're building up to, like, the hair whip throw. They don't just give it to you automatically. They're just building up to that. And then when it happens, the whole crowd goes crazy. Akira's selling was on point. Like, she sold the Boston Crab like she was going to fucking die, which it's a really good sign when you see a rookie sell like that. And then when Yamashita's hammering Akira on the ground, right? So I think one of the nitpicks maybe is when they reverse positions and then Akira had Yamashita in the mount. I thought her forearm, she could have laid it in a bit more just to like match her intensity. Like if you're going to sell that intensity, then you need to hit harder as well to match that. Otherwise it kind of like desynced in a way. So I think that's the only thing, because, well, to be fair, I don't think it's an Akira thing, right? It's like a Stardom thing with the forearms that are not stiff. It's like if I go through my notes and I Control F forearm, it's like, probably like 5,000 mentions in all of the shows because it's like a staple of Joshi wrestling. But for some reason, Stardom just doesn't do stiff forearms, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of more noticeable when they're like really bad.
Yeah.
I think Stardom used to have like a lot of stiff forearm givers, I guess.
It must be. I don't know if
a lot of them left. Like it's kind of crazy to think about. Like Julia had really stiff ones always. She's gone. I guess Io had some of the better forearms. A lot of them who are gone now.
Yeah,
used to have good forearms. Anyway,
something changed in their training there. I don't know what, but every single rookie now and most of the wrestlers in Stardom just don't do stiff forearms. So that was the only nitpick. But no, I thought this was really good.
I think Maika has really good forearms.
Yeah, but anyway. Maika's a fucking beast.
Yeah, she is. I agree though. It's a problem in Stardom, kind of, the forearm thing. Anyway. Next match?
Yep.
cool. We have the main event already. It was Cosmic Angels, Aya Sakura, Sayaka Kurara, and Yuna Mitsumori defeating Empress Nexus Venus, Hanako, Rian, and Waka Tsukiyama in almost 17 minutes. Damn, I didn't have this. I don't remember this being this long, but I also really like this match actually. Because I really like Sayaka Kurara.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have like no notes for this match, and it was 17 minutes. I barely remember any of it, but yeah, I guess if you like, so Sayaka was definitely the best person in this match, but most of this match was just Waka Tsukiyama, so I was just kind of. It was hard to get into. Also, what the fuck's going on with Aya?
It just really popped for the finish, I guess. I don't know.
Oh wait, what was the finish? Remind me.
Just Kurara speared the shit out of Waka.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
and beat her clean in the middle.
Yeah, but what's going on with Aya Sakura's gear?
I was gonna ask that. Was that her really old gear, or was
that was her debut gear? Yeah,
that was her debut gear, right? Yeah.
It's been
Maybe
over a year.
Just felt nostalgic. I don't know.
It's just weird because it's been over a year, and I think even like months after her debut, people kind of caught onto the fact like she's not really like Cosmic Angels coded. Maybe she doesn't fit in that stable or that unit. So I feel like it makes even less sense now we're a year out, and she's kind of going into this shooter sort of gimmick.
Yeah, but maybe she's seeing all this adoration that Kurara is getting, and
yeah, true.
Is trying to go back.
Yeah.
In this route. I don't know. She didn't wear she wore her normal gear on the next show, right? On the 18th.
Yeah, maybe she just I don't know. Maybe she fancied a change.
Maybe she just sometimes messes her gear up. Like remember on the Sendai Girls show where she wrestled in some weird white pants because
yeah.
Maybe she forgets her gear in the washing machine sometimes or whatever. I don't know.
But conveniently has her old gear from a year ago.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't finished in time, so she had like an emergency pull out something old or something because her actual gear was like in the washing or something. I don't know.
Maybe she had the McDonald's Spice Challenge and just ruined her other gear. Maybe. All right, well that was the show.
Reason. That was the show. Was a fine little show. Some I think two fun matches, 3 fun matches actually. Yeah. Good show. Anyway, we also had the Toyohashi show in Kurada's hometown. This one had 731 in attendance. That's a pretty good attendance there, right?
It's the best ever number at that arena.
Yeah, that's what I
Not
thought.
Only that, it's 215% of the previous record, so that's over double than the previous record. It was Sayaka Kurara's first proper homecoming. She was there last year in February, but that was like a few months after her debut, so she wasn't really established. So that would be like doing Kikyo's homecoming or something. You know, it's not going to draw much. So on her first proper homecoming...
Kikyo? I don't know.
What, you think Kikyo's going to draw in her homecoming if they did it right now? Maybe. Actually, Kikyo's kind of
like
popular.
I said, Kikyo's very popular.
Yeah, okay. Maybe Kikyo's a bad example. But yeah, so first proper homecoming, doubling the record, pretty fucking good.
That's awesome. We did. Do you want to go through all the matches? I didn't watch all of them. But
I will fucking speed run them. So the opener was Hina versus Kikyo Furusawa and Saki Kashima. So Hina and Kashima sort of like gave body slams to Kikyo again and again, and Saki was selling the body slams like it was too hard for her to do. So like you know selling her back like I can't fucking pick up this rookie. Classic Saki stuff. I didn't actually, when I first started watching Stardom, I actually did not understand Saki Kashima.
Really?
Yeah, I have this funny. Well, it's not funny. It's embarrassing in hindsight. But I remember one of the first few live shows of Stardom I watched was when they were in Philadelphia for WrestleMania weekend in 2024.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was a a high-speed 3-way between her, Ram Kaichao, and Mei Sarah. And at that time, I still loved Mei back then. Like, when you first see her, you know you're going to like her. I didn't know much about Ram Kaichao, and this was one of my first times seeing Saki Kashima, and it was like a slow-mo match. because it was meant to be high speed.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was meant to be high speed, but the gimmick was they were slow, and I was so annoyed watching it because I was like, "What the fuck? I'm meant to be watching Stardom. It's the best fucking in-ring product in the world. Why are they doing slow-mo?" And I even emailed Dave, and I was
oh my god!
and I was like, "Hey, this match wasn't really good. I don't know what they're doing with May Sarah." And it took me a few months before realizing, oh, that's just what she does, and now I love her. So that's my Saki Kashima story.
Yeah, when we are over there, you should pay attention whenever she's at ringside.
Yeah,
she's really funny, like in everything she does, even if she's not like in the spotlight or anything. When she's just ringside helping, she's hilarious too.
Yeah, so she's definitely grown on me. But yeah, this was just the standard Saki Kashima match, which, was good. Hina won with the Gedo Clutch on Kikyo. And then the second match was Mei Saruomi, Amasaki, and Starlight Kid, so that's Neo Genesis, against EXV, Hanako, Rian, and Waka Tsukiyama. So this is a preview of Mei Sarah and Waka Tsukiyama's high-speed match. Mei won with the roll-up on Waka. Tim, you watched this one, or did you not?
Yeah, I kind of skipped around in it.
So the match didn't matter. Nothing really happened in the match.
Right, yeah.
But Mei got the win back on Waka because, Waka beat her in 34 seconds at Korakuen Hall. So Mei pinned her. Waka did tease winning with the chicken wing pin again, but Starlight Kid
I
saved
kind of
her.
like those like pin reverses towards the end, like this back and forth between Waka and Mei looked good, I think.
Yep. So then after the match, so this is the part I thought was funny. Mei said, "Waka, I pinned you today. The other day at Korakuen, I got taken out in 34 seconds, and I was so frustrated I couldn't sleep. Yeah, that's how mad I was. I got the 3 today, and at Korakuen, I'm going to flatten you in 30 seconds. So keep that ass nice and polished." I cannot tell if my machine translator is fucking with me, but she keeps on talking about Waka's ass.
I got the same result, I think. I went to the Stardom results page and translated that.
Yeah, so at Korakuen Hall, she was like, "I'm going to split your ass in half," and then here she's like, "Keep that ass nice polished."
I think it gave me ass too. Yeah, I think maybe that's just what it is.
That's kind of funny.
Makes kind of sense with Waka's ass offense, right?
Yeah, it's just you don't really expect Mei Sarah to be talking about beating people's ass. I kind of like
What did Waka say? I think the translation gave me something wrong there.
I don't have Waka's one. What did she say?
Like I think the translation gave me, yes, I want it to be 30 seconds or something.
Oh.
Like it sounded to me like Waka wants to be beaten in 30 seconds is what she said, but that doesn't
make sense. That's
maybe she said, yeah, it's only gonna be 30 seconds, but like I'm gonna beat you or something, but
yeah, probably something like that.
I think that was definitely...
Unless she's doing like a Kazuki Hirata or Saki Kashima gimmick where she just doesn't want to fight.
Yeah, maybe.
Cool.
Maybe
and then... Oh, were you going to make a joke? Come on, let's hear the joke, Tim.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, fine. And then we had Kyoka Kotatsu and Rana Yagami against Aya Sakura and Emma Maeshima. Mayashima? It's Mayashima. Mayashima. Rana won with the...
I always say Mayashima too.
Yeah, but it's, because it's always short eyes, right? So
Mayashima.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It used to fuck me up, but like obviously Takeshita, it's not Takeshita. The one that's really weird is Shoko Nakajima. It's not Nakajima. It must be Nakajima, right? So anyway, yeah, counterintuitive. Yeah, Rana won with the armbar on Emma. I don't know if it's the armbar she inherited from Tai Honma. I think it might be, because she did pass down one of her moves, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, it's
a
good shot. Yeah,
Kyoka was better in this match, I think. So Kyoka and Sakura started off with grappling on the mat, which looked okay, and then Kyoka unleashed a combo of deadly MMA style strikes to Emma in the corner. No, they were pretty bad. So we asked before, hey, if is Kyoka truly a rookie if she was in GLEAT for a few years? And I think I'm firmly on the side of yes now. So yeah,
poor girl, man.
Yeah, and yeah, there was this one really cool spot. So I've spoken. It was 2 weeks ago now about referees and how fucking good they are in Stardom, and it's so underrated. And so here, Daichi, so Emma is in the armbar or one of Rana's holds, and Daichi like moves Emma's hair out of the way so you can like see her face. I love stuff like little stuff like that. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that in another match this week. I think maybe on the Starlight Kid show. Not sure. I skipped this one.
Yep. So. Cool. And then after we had Mavida Loka, which is Akira Kurogane, Itsuki Aoki, and Rina Yamashita against Natsuko Tora, Rina, and Ruaka. So that's Hate. So I really like Rina and Aoki making the tour stop. I mean, I guess it's because they're doing a preview for the Goddess titles, but, you know, they're normally only on pay-per-views and Korakuen, so them being here was kind of cool. Rina Yamashita fell for Ruaka's stupid distract punch, which I think she should just leave to Mao and DDT. I don't know why she picked up that spot. It doesn't make sense because she's not a smart character, right? Isn't she like a dumb fuck in kayfabe? Yeah. Like, she actually is. She messes up all the interference spots. Like, why is she pointing to her fucking temple like she's a brainiac?
Else, yeah.
It's so weird. You're not some fucking evil genius. Anyway. What I did like is she tried it on Aoki, who stopped it. Like the fucking, like Neo from the Matrix, which was cool. Oh. Yeah. Itsuki, Aoki, and Rina Yamashita were so over. I really enjoy. They should be over.
That, yeah.
They should be over. They're awesome. I like it. So then Aoki pinned Natsuko Tora clean with the splash, which is great.
Yeah, that was cool. I thought this was really good in the sense that Hate really got like their heat back in a way. I mean, those are like, except for Rina, maybe are like the least popular members of Hate, I guess. But they got really booed again in this match, which was kind of missing for them for a while, I think. And yeah, and Mivida Loka was very over too, so that probably played a role in that.
Did you see so in the post-match promo, like, Aoki is so fucking over. She has so much charisma. She's oozing charisma.
She's surprising me every time.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Because at first, when she first came in, I thought she kind of didn't like really have a great aura or whatever. But like the more I see her, the more that changes for some reason.
She is an aura farmer on the indies. Like every single indie show she does, she is insanely charismatic. She's the one that like heats the crowd up, gets everyone into it, does all the chants. Like she does all the underrated stuff. Like she's like perfect pro wrestler for the indie scene.
Yeah. For whatever reason, the first night she came in, she kind of like, what do you call it? Wasn't that standing out, I guess.
Yeah, which makes sense, you know, first night in a big, massive promotion, right? So
yeah, sure.
Then we had, in the semi-main event, so yeah, God's Eye, Amisori and Lady C versus Stars, Momokogo, and Saya Aida. I have no idea why this was the semi-main event.
Yeah, kind of weird.
So before Yuria was ill, it had Saki Kashima and Yuria Hime on either side. But even then, why was that the semi-main? So, no idea. Anyway, Amisori and Saida continued their 5-star chop war, which was awesome. And Ami pinned Momokogo with the blue thunder bomb. But I didn't think this match was particularly exciting. So I thought it was just kind of there.
Yeah, I kind of skipped around in it. One spot I landed at. Like one thing I can say, we have been kind of like, I guess, mean about Lady C in the past few episodes.
We've been realistic, Tim.
One thing you gotta say about Lady C is that her giant swing compared to Ami Soray's giant swing is godlike.
Ami's is so bad.
Have you seen? Was that the first time she did it or what?
No, like, she did it. She's done it before because I remember they were like trading spots and Lady C was trying power spots. I don't remember which tag it was, but Lady C couldn't do the power spots and Ami could, and then Lady C could do the giant swing, but Ami couldn't. So I think it's like the second time maybe they've done it.
It looked like Ami never like turned around in a circle before in her life or something.
Maybe she hasn't.
So weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, nothing big about this match.
And then the main event, which was the main reason that this show was kind of good. So it was Cosmic Angels, Natsupoi, Sarah Ano, Sayaka Kurara, and Yuna Mizumori against Hate. So Fukigen Death, Konami, Momo Watanabe, and Saya Kamitani. And Sayaka pinned Fukigen Death with the Tokimeki Falcon Arrow in 13 minutes, 41 seconds. This was a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was.
You want to go? Sayaka's your SLG after all, so.
Maybe, yeah. I think it was very smartly laid out too, like Saya and Kurara starting, and then also like Konami getting in with Kurara. This was basically like a buffet for the hate members to get proper heat again, because Saya and Konami both like beat Sayaka down, and they looked like so happy with the entire crowd like just hating them for it. So that was kind of fun. There were some kids in the crowd that were like jumping up and down for this, and it was very sweet. They were very popular in here. So yeah, what else? Just through and through, it was just a fun match for the crowd heat, I guess. But also the finish was kind of, I don't know, did Kurara do this before?
What, the Falcon Arrow?
It looked, was it a Falcon Arrow?
I think it was. But, I mean, it looked like one, and that's what the report said.
I thought she like twisted her like weirdly, but maybe it was just a Falcon Arrow. Yeah, that makes sense. It was a Falcon Arrow. Yeah, okay. She does that, of course. For some reason, it looked like a new move to me. I don't know why, but I couldn't name it either. So I just, whatever. I called it some twisted driver. It looked like more like a driver to me, you know, like almost like a twisting violet screwdriver or something. But maybe she's gonna turn that into that from taking it from time.
Well, because the Michinoku driver is kind of similar to the Falcon Arrow, right? So
kinda, yeah. Anyway, Saori got a good hot tech in here. There was like a really nice smooth counter from Konami when Saori kind of clotheslined her into the ropes, and Konami instantly turned it into like this rope armbar, which looked really cool. That was a spot I wrote down. Other than that, yeah, just a fun match. I don't know. What do you have?
Well, yeah, the crowd was super fucking hot. Like, if you had any doubt about who they came to see and who drew the double record at that building, I mean, it was Sayaka Kurara. As I mentioned earlier, she got booed on Fukugen Death spot, so absolutely no one is immune from Fukugen Death's spots. Fukugen almost got like the Sayaka with an O'Connor roll, which was a really good near fall. So, at one point, Tim, Saya Kamitani and Momo Watanabe started trading blows. So, obviously, they have an upcoming match at Crimson Nightmare.
Wait, why didn't I see this?
I don't know. It was literally, it was a short, like maybe like 10 seconds in the middle of the match. So yeah, Momo's the 5-star winner. Saya's obviously double champion. They have a match coming up, and so all right, I want to go back to Saya and Momo. This build so far, I think, has been kind of disappointing for me. I think they might win me back with a great match and a good angle at Crimson Nightmare. Like, I think they're going to do that. So I'm not dooming yet. So I also wanted to like clarify my thoughts a bit on Saya from last week. I just want to say, because I was like basically questioning, you know, whether she should lose, you know, and it's time to give up the red belt. I think, so I'm not a Saya hater. Like, I recognize like the draw she's been and funneling new fans, blah, blah, blah. She's in my top 10 for most outstanding, and I'd be surprised if you hear that elsewhere. Like, I have a in-ring work kind of like high up as one of the most enjoyable for me this year. So definitely not a hater, but. And it's a big butt, a huge butt, Brazilian butt. I have pretty bad ADHD when it comes to consuming media. So, like, I haven't read a book in 10 years. Shout out to, you know, Mike's Library Pizza podcast. So,
yeah.
But
awesome.
I haven't read a book in 10 years because I always get bored before the first 10 pages. Even though I know it's going to get good, I just can't do it. I can't watch TV series anymore because they go on for too long and I get bored. So like the oversaturation of like media in the current day has sort of like meant the way I consume media is like jumping from thing to thing and I don't finish it. That's kind of part of the reason I watch so many promotions. Is so I keep the variety high, right? That kind of stimulates me and that's better than just watching one thing. I will get bored of it. So all of that is to say, I need some evolution in characters. I need them to grow. I need them to change. I need them to have hardships. And I need Saya Kamitani's character to grow, to progress. The reason why Saya Kamitani 2 is my favorite match of all time is because it progressed Saya's character. She felt remorse for putting down, her mentor who she had a huge relationship with. It was a perfect ending. Like, she didn't turn on her at the end or do some cheap heel heat shit. It was actually a progression of her character. It was awesome that, she was trying to suppress that remorse and be like an evil witch that she thought she was, but Tam was trying to draw the good out of her. So what did that event, Tam's retirement, who's now in the rafters of Vote Award, what did that event do to Saya Kamitani's character? I feel like 15 months removed from Saya's heel turn and, 8 months removed from 6 months removed from Tam's retirement, I still feel like she's exactly the same. And I feel like she's largely ignored the Tam event, so I need her to do something. This Momo match was a perfect way for her to evolve her character and change, and they haven't done that yet, so I'm just getting a bit impatient. So that's my justification for my thoughts last week that I thought I'd expand on.
No, I get what you mean. I almost wonder a bit if she purposefully stagnated her gimmick a bit.
Yeah.
During the time when she was on a TV show and stuff, because she didn't want to make that any kind of confusing or whatever for the viewers.
Yeah.
But I also agree that they should. I found the clip on Twitter, by the way, that you mentioned from the match when they exchange blows. That looks at least like something is going on.
Yeah, like I said, I'm optimistic
now. Yeah,
but
sure.
if nothing happens, I will be very disappointed.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get you.
Did you agree that she's sort of not really evolved much?
Yeah, I was honestly kind of disappointed by that. Yeah, it looked like this finish from the Tam Saya match, really did something in her that she could play on, and she didn't really go back to that yet. I thought maybe even the Sayaka Kurara Red Belt match she had in Korakuen Hall would trigger something, but that didn't really happen. If anything, she slipped back into full evilness during that match. But I do still hold on to that hope, kind of, that this will eventually be the catalyst, I guess, for some kind of evolution of a character, I guess, into whenever I do feel like she's a fake heel in some way, the Tam, the Tam match kind of just showed this very obviously, that her heart, deep down, there's still goodness inside of her, I guess, and we just have to wait now to get the moment when she finally realizes it herself or
exactly
so, to that.
And that's exactly why I was I'm kind of ready for her to lose it just so her character can move on. It's not because I don't like her, it's because I like her character so much that she should be doing more with it. It's got so much potential, but it's just sort of stagnated. That's why
I don't even know if she has to lose it necessarily.
Not necessarily. It would just be something.
If she beats Momo and just hate turns on her because of that,
yeah, exactly, that's fine.
Maybe that would be also a good way to do it. Although I don't really I don't know if other people turning on her is the way I want her to turn face. Maybe she should just maybe something should happen where she realizes herself that she's on the wrong path. I don't know. Or maybe she just stays heel because she's just a better wrestler as a heel. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind her being a heel. I just want a different angle. No, I don't need her to be a babyface. I don't have any. It's not binary, right?
I never liked babyface Saya. That's the thing. So I don't really know if I want that either.
No, I just want her character to change a bit and be affected by that fucking huge retirement where she cried on the stage with her mentor. That's a huge moment in your character arc. You can't just go back to what you were doing before. It has to play into it at some point. Tam retired for something. She did not retire for nothing. So, and Saya's meant to embody what Tam left behind. It's part of her legacy. They're intrinsically tied to each other. So, yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I'm starting to rant now. Let's okay. So, any more on that, or can I move on?
I think we can move on, yeah.
Cool. So, the post-match promo quickly. Sayaka said she wanted to run Toyohashi Arena one day, which is under construction until like 2030, so still got some time left. She did the Cosmic Angels close off, but she didn't know the English part at the start. She only knew like the delicious part at the end. So
I wonder if any one of them really knows that, since Mina and Tam and all left.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for like Tam to just pop up and help her with the closing, but that didn't happen. So, all right, let's move on and let's sort of speed through the Starlight Kid produce show. So it was her 10th anniversary show. It was fully sold out immediately, and they announced 466. So I know others probably knew, but it's kind of good for me to know that that's the number of a full legit sellout. So there we go.
But that's not... Wait, it was in Shinjuku Face, right?
Yeah, it was in Shinjuku Face, yeah. Do you think it's bigger?
Because the Seriasm sellouts are 598. I think
they must have a different
some
setup,
kind of
right?
standing room. Yeah, that must be a different setup. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So this was basically just a Funhouse show. I mean, it's free on YouTube, so check it out if you really like Starlight Kid, you don't mind comedy, and maybe you like the promotion Neo as much as Starlight Kid's mum does. Then you can then probably check this out. But if none of those bite you,
I think you can realistically really skip to the last two matches, honestly.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to, because the first match had Shin Sakura.
I mean, if
Hirota.
someone watches it, but we can also skip to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
if any of our listeners out there is still like deciding, I think anyone putting on the show can peacefully skip to the last two matches. And
yeah, the undercard was really kind of nothing. So can we skip to the last two?
Sure. I mean, we can.
We can just do the results. Okay. So the first match was basically Shin Sakura Hirota coming out of Starlight Kid. You know, she does Shin stuff. You can guess what happens. Motoi Hamabe and
skip this myself.
Yeah, Motoi Hamabe and Ann Kanaya made an appearance because Shin said that only cute young girls can do some of the spots. It was Junji Takada's spot, and so they came out and tried it, and then Shin Sakura Hirota kind of beat them up. Blah blah blah. And then Starlight Kid came out and then beat them both, turning it into a freeway and won with the standing moonsault press. Second match was Riho, Ramkai Chao, and Rina against Emi Sakura, Hina, and Yuna Mizumori. So I think it was billed as the cross-generational six-woman tag. I think it was meant to be one vet, one, I guess, prime, someone in their prime, and then one youngster. Because I think Ramkai Chao, is kind of the vet. Riho is 29 or whatever, 30. And then Rina's the youngster. And then the other team had Emi Sakura, obviously the vet. Yuna Mizumori, who's, kind of, 30, whatever, 35. How old is Yuna Mizumori? Something around that. And then Hina's the youngster. So I think that's what it was. Anyway, I think Riho won with the Kurokuro ribbon. So there you go. Third match.
Yuna's 36 already, actually.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Sorry, okay, sorry, guys. Anyone who's 36 out there, I didn't mean it like that. I thought she was younger is what I meant. So third match was a Rumble. And yeah, it was just a battle royale. I guess the main news from it was Jungle Kiona making an appearance.
Yes, that's the reason why I didn't. That's one of the reasons why I didn't completely want to skip anything. Jungle Kiona coming out was super cool.
Yeah. So she made an appearance in Marigold earlier in the year. She was sort of like teasing a return back to the ring, and now she shows up at SLK show. So I guess that got some speculation going. I don't particularly care, but I guess people who watched.
She didn't really look like she wanted to go back to wrestling.
Yeah,
she,
exactly. Yeah,
barely. Yeah. She barely moved. Like she kind of did like the really old wet kind of style of wrestling where you just take like one half bump or something.
Yeah. So I think it was just an appearance to pop.
I like the DJ Nira stuff is the kind of comedy that I really don't like. So
yeah, I have to watch him in DDT.
You know the weird guy who had the Pampers on or whatever?
Yeah, he's in DDT sometimes, so that's how I'm familiar with him.
Oh, okay.
And I also don't care for him.
I've never seen him in DDT, to be honest. Anyway.
He's on, so Shanshiro Takagi, the DDT, previous founder, one of the founders and previous owner, he has like a side project where he books all of his favorite guys, and DJ Nira is one of his favorite guys. So DJ Nira was against Mio Shirai on a recent show, and it was a fucking match, to be sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Momo Nakanishi was there as well. So, Nanai's Takahashi's best friend. Nanai Takahashi.
Yeah, this was kind of like 50-50, I think. Like 50% is just guys Starlight Kid's mom likes.
Yeah, a lot of
maybe more than 50% even. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of Neo's wrestlers in here. Tani Mouse, Hiroyo Matsumoto, yeah, you name it. And so Aida won. So there you go. She eliminated both Tomoka and Azusa Inaba with a lariat. The next match was Meisara Miyu Amasaki versus Mima Shimoda and Yuki Miyazaki. Again, more Neo's ladies, I guess. And then we had Chihiro Hashimoto and Mika Iwata from Sendai Girls against Saori Ano and Natsupoi. And there's a three-way tag, and Konami and Ruaka. So Mika Iwata got a pinfall. She won.
It's insane.
It is kind of insane.
What happened here?
So she pinned. What was it? Was it Ruaka?
Natsupoi, actually.
No, yes, because Hashimoto delivered a fucking sick last ride, like folding her in half, and then Iwata pinned her with the Ryon. So yeah, that was. This match was pretty good. I like this match.
Yeah, for sure. Like, these parts in this match is just crazy. Like Natsupoi and Hashimoto are just matching together. Have you ever seen the singles match? From
Hashimoto and Poi?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I saw their tag match.
When was that? I think they had one in 23 or 22, and that match is so fucking good. You should go out of your way to watch it at one point. Hashimoto and Natsupoi is insane together. Iwata and Sayori is obviously like the big feud here.
Yeah.
And even Iwata and Konami was fucking great, I thought. And then Ruaka was also there.
Ruaka was definitely there. But Saori and Hashimoto was sick as well. Saori's bumping for Hashimoto was out of this world. Sure. It was insane. So
she loves the neck bumps.
Yeah. So this was a good match. You can definitely watch this, guys, on free on YouTube. And then in the main event, it was Kyoko Inoue, Jun Kasai, Shingo Takagi versus Starlight Kid, El Desperado, and Dragon Kid. So I think
this was fun.
Yeah, what was the... Oh, yeah. The finish was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So I saw the finish coming from a mile away. So...
Yeah, kind of.
First of all...
I thought either this one or the other way around, but obviously it was going to be this
one.
No,
I knew it was this way around because... Okay, so no one else in the match is going to get pinned, right? Out of those 6 I mentioned.
Yeah.
So the finish was Kyoko Inoue powerbombed Starlight Kid for the win. So... Kyoko isn't going to do this show if she isn't going to powerbomb the fuck out of Starlight Kid and win. So I checked this a few months ago because Nanami faced Kyoko in a singles in Diana, and I was curious. Okay, are you ready for this stat? So in standard singles matches, so not hardcore or 2-count rules or count outs or anything like that, standard singles pinfalls, the last time Kyoko lost was to Kaoru Ito in 2019. Before that, it was to Suri with a fuck finish, and then it was Suri again in 2018. Before that, it was Kaoru Ito again. So, since 2013, Kyoko Inoue has only been pinned by Suri and Kaoru Ito. So, first of all, you can see how much she thought of Suri back then, but it also means she's 28-0 since the Kaoru Ito lost in 2019. She doesn't do fucking jobbing.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So
that's how they work.
Yeah. But despite not jobbing, she does do a lot of selling, and I do think she does take some big bumps in some matches. So
yeah, that's fair.
No, I thought this match was super fun. Desperado and Dragon Kid had made new gear and masks just for this, and Starlight Kid was very happy about that. It was the first time Desperado and Jun Kasai met since their 5-star classic a few months ago. You can tell the crowd thought it was special. They also thought it was special that Shingo Takagi and Dragon Kid were interacting again. This was Shingo's first time facing Dragon Kid since Shingo left Dragon Gate in 2018. So at one point, I think really fun spot was Dragon Kid and Desperado were unmasked, and they grabbed the nearest mask they could like feel with their hands, and they accidentally swapped masks. So yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I was kind of disappointed that they switched it around at some point.
Yeah,
I was hoping they're gonna keep it for the rest of the match, but whatever.
Yeah, but I had a lot of fun. Great match.
Yeah, definitely.
And then in the any more comments?
Yeah, I was just gonna name some stuff. At one point, like Mima Shimoda on the outside was fighting Jun Kasai. Did you see that?
Yeah, and
she
then
started going at it with Jun for some reason.
It did not
she was
go
a
well
second,
for her.
I guess.
Yeah,
it was kind of fun though. Yeah. And yeah, like Esa Kid didn't just get powerbombed. She basically ate all the finishers. It wasn't really Shingo's finisher. Shingo gave her like a what's it called? Death Rally Driver.
Oh yeah.
And then Jun Kasai did his like splash from the top rope with the flying glasses. What are those called? Pilot glasses, maybe?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
And then Inoue powerbombed her for the win.
Do you know what the name of his finisher is? The splash?
Oh, I know this. I knew this at one point, definitely. My brain isn't made to remember such things. I'm not a move guy, man. Yeah, I see it. But
yeah, the Pearl Harbor splash.
Pearl Harbor splash. That's funny.
Yeah. And then in the post-match, Shingo said that he wants a single match with Starlight Kid one day. He also teased saying Starlight Kid's name, but Starlight Kid stopped him. So he was kind of fucking around. And then he also said he wants a match with Dragon Kid. And then he also teased him and Daiki Nagai in New Japan against Jun Kasai and someone else. So he was really making a lot of matches.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. He was
I kind of didn't watch that, but...
No, that was backstage comments.
Oh, okay, yeah, I skipped those.
Cool, and that was that show. Sure. Good show. Well, nothing undercard, but kind of fun. If you like comedy, watch it. It's free on YouTube.
Right.
And then, let's move over to Tokyo
By the way,
Joshi.
it was free on YouTube because like the American server thing was down, so they couldn't stream it. So it wasn't supposed to be free, but it is. So if you catch it, please watch the last two matches.
Yeah, fuck AWS. And then, let's go to TJPW, Korakuen Hall. So, do you want me to take this one?
Oh, yeah, I can do it. Sorry. This was on October 18th. 719 people in there.
Okay, yeah.
Do you reckon that is disappointing?
Yeah, let me talk about that first, and then you can go. So they only ran 2 Korakuen Halls at the start of the year in January and February.
Yeah.
And then they fucking backloaded all their Korakuens. So they had one in August, one in October, one in November, and then on this show they announced another one in December. So January, February, and then one every single month starting from August, which is kind of weird, I guess. So it's a bit of an odd strategy, especially given their like attendances at Korakuen haven't really been strong. And this day in particular did not have a lot of competition. So Stardom was in Aichi, in Nagoya. Well, I think they were in Nagoya. They were somewhere in Aichi. Sendai wasn't running. Marigold was in Fukuoka. So, and competition was kind of clear from the men's side as well. So this was not a good number. And I think it's been a bit of continuation of what's been happening with them over the past year. And that's despite the fact I have really enjoyed the direction of the product. And I love the fact that they crowned like the next generation at Wrestle Princess last month's pay-per-view. Yeah. But maybe the Japanese fans disagree. So I thought this was a pretty good show as well. So
the Stardom one was the Toyohashi one.
In Aichi, yeah.
No, I mean, just overall, I gotta say, I was really surprisingly high on this show. Like, I really, really liked this show, actually. I don't know what you thought overall, but yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, it seems like you maybe liked it a bit more. So yeah, go take it away.
Maybe I did, yeah. To be fair, I kind of skipped some matches at the start, so maybe I shouldn't take it away.
I see.
The opener, Chika Nanase and Kirasama defeated Mifu Ashida and Ren Kotatsu. I didn't watch that, I'm sorry.
The only note on this is...
Take me through it.
Yeah, so 3 of these were in the Next Gen tournament. So that's Kira, Chika, and Ren Kanatsu. And obviously Mifu Ashida was there as well. So Kira won with the Samoan drop. And she sort of threw Ren Kanatsu's leg away after pinning her in quite a heelish fashion, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't think it meant anything. It felt kind of weird because you don't normally see that in TJPW. So that was the only note I had about that.
All right. Yeah. Next up, we had the DDT Iron Man Heavy Metal 5-way match. Mahiro Kiryu versus Kaya Toribami and Pom Harajuku and Raku and Suzume. I kind of watched that. But what is there really to say about this one? I think Pam Harajuku obviously is a absolute ring general and a genius. She basically wore a turnbuckle pad, like a back pad, so she couldn't be pinned because her shoulders never reached the mat. That was absolutely insanely smart. Only she could come up with stuff like this. So, but in the end, she still didn't win. But Kiryu managed to retain her title.
Yeah, and this was after she won it from a drink bottle that she made submit because she drank its contents. So
we covered that last week.
Right? Yeah. So this was the follow-up to that. I have no comments. I just said this was a match. So
okay, let's continue on then. Next up, we had the first one of our what are they called? Level up trials.
Level up trial, yeah.
Miyu Yamashita defeating Shino Suzuki in 5 minutes and 19 seconds. I thought this was fine. Suzuki showed some good fight for the 5 minutes that it lasted. Then Miyu basically kicked her in the head with her skull kick to finish her off. This wasn't exceptionally special or anything. I like the other two better, but what are your thoughts?
So I really like this match. I just really I'm really into Miyu Yamashita's work against the undercard right now, against people in the mid card, the lower card. She's really trying to elevate people, and so I'm very much into that. This match was only 5 minutes long, so my ADHD was very grateful for that. But most importantly, I thought Shino showed a lot of fire, more than I think I've ever seen her show before. So she looked really intense, which I really enjoyed. And
that's the one thing I noted down about her performance too.
Yeah, and I thought Miyu brought that out of her. So I like, this is my second favorite level up trial out of the three. So middle one.
Oh, okay. Our next level up trial was Shoko Nakajima defeating Uta Takami in 9 minutes and 38 seconds. I like this one a lot. This was my favorite level up trial. Shoko is just so fucking good. She fought half the match with one arm.
Same.
And kind of out-wrestled Uta while having one arm behind her back. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah, this match was sick.
Yeah. And Uta was still really impressive in this match though, I thought. Even though she lost half the match against the one-armed Shoko. She did some cool stuff here. Just a very good match. And in the end, Shoko put some crazy submission on her before she kind of put her in a Zack Sabre Jr. style pin for the win. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought this match was great. So Uta Takami is in the grand finals of the Next Gen tournament against Kirasama, which is happening on the 26th, I believe. And Uta Takami debuted in 2024, so I think she's pretty good for her level of experience. Not just wrestling, but she gets her character completely. So I think her character work is really, really good. And here, I think she showed that her technical wrestling is kind of good for someone who debuted last year. Obviously, Shoko is incredible, but I thought Takumi definitely kept up. Takami definitely kept up. So
absolutely. Then we had Dark Mizuki defeating Haru Kasashiro in 8 minutes and 47 seconds. I'm not like a regular TJPW watcher, right? Is Dark Mizuki something that is that a regular appearance?
First time I've seen it this year, at least.
Cool, yeah.
She looked sick.
Yeah, she did actually. She's in a goth phase, I guess, now that she lost the title.
Yeah.
And I like this a lot too. I like Haru a lot actually. Haru Kasashiro. I'm not sure how familiar I am with her, if that is maybe actually the first time I really paid attention to a match of hers, but I like her energy a lot. And Mizuki did two big suplexes by the end and the cutie special to finish. Good match.
Yeah, and she's 17 like Takami as well, so they're both still super young, and they're pretty good. So I wasn't into this match as much as you. I thought it was quite standard. It definitely wasn't bad, but I did not think it shined as much as the previous two.
I felt like Haru had something like she did some triangle armbar that looked really actually really like well cinched in, like almost like a professional, I don't know, triangle thing, which kind of really surprised me coming out of this rookie. So that's maybe why I was so high on it. I was like blown away. It was like these couple of arm submission spots she did looked really convincing to me.
Yeah, fair enough. Makes sense.
Anyway, those were all our 3 level up matches, which I liked all of them a lot, to be fair. But like Shoko Nakajima blew the rest away, I guess. After that, we had a first time one-on-one match. Yuki Arai defeating Hyper Misao. Take it away, Eric.
So this was the first ever matchup between Yuki Arai and Hyper Misao. And as you can expect, it had a stipulation. So you could only win by correctly answering a multiple choice question about the opponent's personal life. So it started off with Yuki Arai being asked what prefecture Gotham City was in. So Misao's hometown. And she answered Chiba, but it's actually Ibaraki, so blah, blah, blah. And then Hyper Misao failed to recite lyrics from an SKE48 song, which is Yuki Arai's idol group, or was. And then Hyper Misao used a phone a friend for Yuki Arai's zodiac sign, but Shoko gave Misao the wrong answer. Yuki Arai asked the audience what Misao drinks before matches, but they did not get it correct. It's Red Bull. And then finally, Yuki Arai correctly answered that Misao's favorite sushi topping was Ikura, which is salmon roe, and she won the match. So it was like you had to pin the opponent, and then you had to answer a question. And the pin would only account if you answered the question correctly. And there you go.
Was it also on the 2 count?
Yeah, I think it was a 2 count as well,
Yeah, so I had no idea what was going on in this match, and I was too lazy to look it up. I
was wondering why did he pass this match on to me? Yeah, I don't blame you.
I wasn't too lazy, I just wasn't interested enough, honestly, to really figure it out. I figured out it was a 2 count match for some reason, and
good enough.
They had some questions gimmick or whatever. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. But yeah, it was just Hyper Misao shenanigans, which are always fun to me, kinda. I mean, I don't hate them, at least. Anyway. After this, we had the International Princess title match with Arisu Endo defeating Alice Crowley. And yeah, this was pretty, like, sick, I thought, actually.
Yeah, I thought Aleister Crowley was awesome. No, I
don't know what went on in her head, but she did some really sick stuff to Arisu, I guess.
Okay, that's got to be a song reference.
You think? Okay. Maybe you should just look up the song.
Yeah. I was like, that's a really weird sentence for Tim to construct. Yeah, okay. I don't know what that song is.
Maybe she talked to the dead. I don't know.
Maybe she what?
Yeah, forget it. Forget about it.
Was that another? These are just going over my head.
She did, but she looked good, I thought. Like, I didn't know what to expect. For a gimmick, she's kind of like a metal chick, actually. Like,
yeah.
Less goth, more like a thrash metal kind of appearance. I don't know. But she's fun, I think. What do you think about her?
So normally you pick up on this, because I've seen you say it about a few wrestlers. Do you not think she has a bit of the NXT face? You know, like the super shocked expression out of every kick out?
I didn't really notice that much in this match.
All right, fair enough.
Did she?
Yeah,
maybe I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, I just noticed that a few points. I'm nitpicking now. I did like the performance. I did think she was also like a tiny bit slow, like in a way that was a bit noticeable, I guess. Like, well, that's kind of normal,
that's
right.
That's kind of the thing that always is kind of the thing with these American indie wrestlers, I think.
Yeah, but she did a great job, like healing it up and making sure that people would get behind Arisu, which is her main job. So
yeah, exactly. She did that spot where like she basically had Arisu in the ropes and kind of kicked her head into the middle rope. Like, that's a sick spot. That's a spot that like Moxley and Darby did in the death match on the weekend, basically. And that's like people have like seriously concussed themselves by this accidentally happening. So this being like a random spot, this fucking Arisu Crowley pulls out here was kind of crazy to me. But yeah, it worked. She got a lot of heat in this match, I think. And,
yeah, I kind of popped for when American Arisu sent Japanese Arisu flying with a German suplex, and then Japanese Arisu was just fighting through it, and then she just got lariated out of her boots. So the whole crowd immediately got behind Japanese Arisu. So I thought that was a great spot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
I'm such an idiot.
What happened?
Like as a gimmick, I wrote only Alice or only Arisu in my notes, like for both, right?
Oh.
But now I can't remember anymore who did what too. Like I only wrote like Arisu dropkicks Arisu on the outside, or like Alice is dominating Alice.
So now you don't know who actually is doing what.
Yeah, I kind of did it as a gimmick for when I recapped the match.
Yeah.
But
you worked yourself into
kind of fucked myself with it.
Yeah.
Because I watched too much wrestling since then. So, but I do definitely remember that I liked her a lot. She did this. She did like several rainmakers towards the end, and Arisa at some point like ducked one of them and super kicked her twice. Then she did this like I don't know. What's that move called? I guess her finisher that like slam into kata.
The kata, the Juno Okite.
Juno Okite for the win. Yeah, really cool match, I thought.
Cool. And then the next match was the Princess Tag Team titles. It was Overeats, but I guess they call them Obereats, and that just annoys me. It's not German. Why do they call it Overeats?
It would be wrong if...
I guess
it must be some kind of pun with Uber Eats, right?
Well, I just assumed it was
maybe obe is a Japanese word, or obe or obe. I don't know.
Well, isn't it because they don't have a letter V? So it's just an incorrect romanization? That's what I assumed.
I do know that Uber Eats exists in Tokyo, though. So
well, then why aren't they called Uber Eats?
Like that's what I mean. Maybe that's a pun with another word with O, with
okay.
OBE or something.
Yeah, all right.
That's the only thing I could imagine. Or they're scared of like copyright infringement or whatever.
Well, I just call them Overeats. Fuck it. So Overeats against Hot Shot, which is Toga and Yuta Manase. So Overeats successfully retained when Wakana Yuhara pinned Toga with the sushi tornado because she likes to eat a lot, and yeah, that's her gimmick. So everything is like sushi, tornado, banana pillow. You know, you get the gimmick. So I thought this was a good match. Again, I wasn't blown away from it. It's kind of hard to be blown away by Overeats, I think. Maybe that's just a personal thing. I thought the best portion of this match was Toga and Wakana going at it because they had a lot of passion. They were wrestling hard. Wakana, I think, was wrestling probably as hard as she's ever done. So I kind of liked her going against her classmate because Toga and Wakana are 2023 classmates. And seeing who would put who away, I kind of like that aspect of it. But I think overall, I'm just not... I'm not generally into Wakana's wrestling. I think she did good here. I like her look. But I think most of her matches just have a ceiling. And I think this match like hit that ceiling, which is a good match. But I don't think she can like get past that right now until she improves more. So I guess that's how I felt about this match.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you that actually. Because I once again thought she was good in this match, and
damn,
maybe
it's just me. I'm just a hater.
If you still don't like her,
yeah.
No, I thought, I had fun with this match. It was a good little hard hitting affair, and I like Wakana. So
Yuna Manase is growing on me though.
Yeah, she was good for sure. I noted that down too. Yeah, Yuna was like positively sticking out to me, I guess. I wanted to bring this up. You had the theory, right, that like because of Akana's looks is the main point, people are so enamored with her.
Oh man, you made me sound so bad.
counter question to this, right? Like, I was thinking of this. Like, Yuki Kamifuku is her partner, right? And she's like this fucking model, this actual model in Japan with these like insanely long legs and like this really crazy look. And why doesn't it work for her then? Because I don't think she's good at all, but I really think Wakana is good.
Wait, what doesn't work though? She is a tag team champion. She does get kind of pushed.
That Yuki Kamifuku has like this model looks. Shouldn't I also think she's great then? If I think Wakana is great because of her looks?
Yeah, but okay, okay, that's not the only reason why people like Wakana. I think. Do you not think that there's some aspect when someone likes a look, it does get them more fans than maybe what they're in ring? So I don't think it's like 100%, but I think with Wakana there is some sort of.
I think you're onto something there, but I think it's her whole social media personality.
Okay, but I'm grouping that into the same thing, by the way. Just
okay.
I see that as a sort like when she like posts like the semi-nude photos and stuff like that on social media.
She does?
Oh yeah, I thought that's what you were referring to.
No, I'm referring to her like posting these fucking 2 meter long pizzas. She's
yeah, of course, me too. Yeah, that's what I meant
stuff.
as well. Yeah.
I've never seen anything else.
No, you wouldn't dare. No. You definitely haven't looked at her blue sky.
I actually have not.
Okay. But, yeah, I'm not saying it's the only reason. There's obviously other reasons. I'm not saying she's, like, terrible. I just think her in-ring doesn't match the star power people think she has. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, people think she's, like, a really, like, hot, like, up-and-coming talent, and I don't see that just because I don't think she can go that much in ring. But yeah, I think that's the
I actually do think she's better than you make her sound in the ring.
Yeah, that's possible. Like, I could just be being a hater. I fully accept that.
Maybe.
But I didn't like this match. I didn't hate this match. I kind of liked it. So
okay. Yeah. But Uber Eats won in the end. That's alright.
Yeah. Right.
And for the main event, we had the Princess title match. Miyu Watanabe against Yuki Aino. And I thought this was really, really good. I love this match a lot, actually. But what were your thoughts?
Oh, this match was sick. I mean,
yeah.
Okay, so what I think Miyu is my favorite character in wrestling. I'm being very specific there because my favorite wrestler is probably Venny, but I think she's my favorite character. So I think she's amazing. I cannot take my eyes off her every single second she is in a match.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's one of the best sellers in the entire world, and by that I specifically mean about making you think it's real. I think she does make me think wrestling's real more than any other character in wrestling. And that's quite hard to do, I think. Like, every single motion with her is not wasted. It's always deliberate, every single thing she does. Like, every facial expression, she's never switched off. She never takes a break. She is Miyu Watanabe from the moment she, goes through the curtain and went after the match, the whole time. So, just for some background, so I guess they had a press conference a few weeks before this match to build it up, the background of the story between these two. So, Miyu, who's now the ace of TJPW after she was crowned champion again, she's classmates with Yuki Aino, so that was the main plot of this story. Yuki had spoke about how much of a monster Miyu had become, so in the context of her being super dominant, and she's unlike the Miyu Watanabe from before. So again, I have this theory that Miyu is sort of playing a heelish character, so not totally, she's obviously not full heel, but she's like playing a bit of like an obsessive Mudorella is like what she refers to herself as. So a bit of like an evil Cinderella, but not all the way. It's quite subtle. So Miyu, as part of this Mudorella gimmick, she's been asking people like interviewers, ring announcers, anyone she can talk to backstage, if they think she's a princess. She's like kind of obsessive about it. So at the press conference, she asks Risei Shirai, do you think I'm a princess? And then Risei replies with, yeah, you are a princess. And then Yuki just gets Risei to admit that, okay, she's a bit of a monster princess. So it's this mash of monster and princess, I guess, is her current character, and I love the direction it's going in, because you need a champion that can play that dominant role in like a main event match and be that barrier to the younger roster. So like if an Uta Takami, right, has a match with Miyu, that can like be a good main event with Miyu completely bullying the hell out of Uta Takami, right? So it's really important to have that part of your character that you can unlock, and I think she's done it in a really smart way. So after that press conference, they promised to charge into each other as hard as they could. So throughout all of the preview matches, they had just been barging into each other. And so that's why this match started off that way. It sort of like played into what they had shown in the preview tags and what they said they would do to each other. But yeah, I just loved Miyu selling in this match, to be honest. So when I was watching her in this match, I thought she was like in danger of losing. She was like frantic about being overpowered by Yuki, because Yuki kind of won some of those shoulder tackle battles, and Miyu is someone that doesn't get out-muscled very often, right? She's normally like the big one in most of these TJPW matches. So Yuki getting the upper hand kind of unnerved Miyu, and you felt that watching her, and I fucking love that. It's awesome. So then when Yuki started running at Miyu some more later in the match, Miyu sort of smartened up and she destroyed Yuki with, the beautiful signature power slam that Miyu has. And Miyu followed up with a laser beam chop to the front before putting her away with the spinning teardrop, which is a variation of her finisher that she debuted against Mizuki on Wrestle Princess. So it's kind of cool that she's continuing that as well. And she brings it out when, she's frantic about losing or she thinks she's on the cusp of losing. So yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, that's a really good looking finish too. So I have this bit of a like a problem with Tokyo Joshi Pro, I guess, in general, is that like I'm too casual of a viewer, I think. Because like in my years of following the promotion, you're always aware of like the 4 pillars, I guess, or whatever they're called. Like the top wrestlers, and then there's like this group of wrestlers right below, always, that I have always failed to pay enough attention to, I guess. And this is like the group where Yuki Aino settles in, and so and in this match I kind of realized that that I should have like maybe paid more attention to this group of wrestlers below the 4 top main eventers that are like getting slowly elevated now. But yeah, I like this a lot. She also did. You mentioned when Miyu was selling, she wasn't this like chicken wing kind of submission. I don't even know if I've seen this submission before. It was like a double chicken wing. It's kind of like she pulled her arms back with her legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The one Yuki Aino did on Miyu, I think.
Yeah.
And the selling in that was really, really great. And I really loved that. Of course, the swing spot, once again, I always love how creative they're going about that. This time, Yuki did like a kind of a cross body she tried to do on Miyu, and Miyu just straight up caught her and immediately turned it into the giant swing, which looked awesome. And it's just so impressive. Miyu is so fucking strong. It's crazy. Right at the beginning, did you see that when they were on the outside and Yuki kind of like just punched Miyu? Like they didn't do the chair bowling like they usually do it, but Miyu was like, I think kneeling on the floor, and Yuki just fucking straight up punched her in the face, and Miyu just threw herself in the chairs.
Yeah.
It was, it was sick. I really, really enjoyed this match.
Yeah, I thought Yuki also matched Miyu's energy, and I think this was one of Yuki's better performances, actually. So,
for sure.
So,
and the post match was really sweet too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
They really like each other, I guess.
Yeah, they're classmates, so that was one of the things.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Miyu's next challenger is J-Rod, which is the most American name, isn't it? So she's a US independent wrestler who was previously associated with Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW. So again, don't know how TJPW is bringing in these international wrestlers, but also giving them like world title shots, which is Princess of Princess title shots, which is crazy. Anyway, backstage, Miyu continued the gimmick of pestering the interviewers, so she was making them very uncomfortable. I believe she forced an interviewer to sing at one point, and then the interviewer sang, the reporter, and then she just replied that she didn't know that song, which led to nervous laughs from the interviewer. So she's just making people feel as uncomfortable as possible, and I love it. And then Yuki said that the shoulder tackles were paying homage to her older sister, Nodoka Tenma, who was a previous TJPW wrestler. So,
right.
And that was TJPW, so yeah, good show.
Yeah, I liked it.
All right. We're at, what are we looking for time? We got the indie zone up. It's a big indie zone, so I might have to shortcut some of my thoughts on some things. So let's see where we get to. So first off with Marvelous.
We can always postpone some things for next week, right?
Yeah, maybe some of the ones towards the bottom. We'll see. We'll see how quick I get through it. So for Marvelous, you watched the top 2 matches, is that correct?
Yes. Okay. I didn't take any notes, though. I gotta say that right away.
Wanted to know which ones. Yeah, because you watched them during your lunch break. Yeah, you sicker. So, Marvelous put on one of their bigger shows of the year in Ishikawa, which is Super Rookie Senka Akatsuki's home prefecture. So, it was a big show for Marvelous because they announced the main event months, actually, in advance. And they normally only announce cards on the week of the show. So, that gave you a hint of how big of a show this was for them. I spoke a bit last week about it, but just as a reminder, the building quite big. Since the pandemic, only Noah had run there, and they had like 1,100. I don't actually know. Yeah, because this show I don't even think was covered on Shupro, so I don't know what the attendance was for it. I wouldn't be surprised if they got like around 1,000 or something like that. It was also their first time ever running in the prefecture in Ishikawa, so I could easily believe if they got like 1,000. But there was an empty section of seats near the entrance, which didn't look good, but I don't know what the fuck happened, but those seats filled out by the Senka main event. I don't know if they moved people around or people arrived for the main event, but that was weird. So
I don't know.
Yeah,
it kind of looked, I don't know how to say it. I thought it didn't look great, the venue itself.
It's a massive building.
And yeah, 1,000 would be good, I think.
It would be great, yeah.
Didn't feel that many to me, honestly, but we'll see.
Yeah. So they are pushing Senka, I guess. Like, there were a lot of highlight videos of Senka's career up to this point. If you needed any more proof that she was a star of this particular show, as the Marvelous wrestlers made their way to the ring at the start of the show, she was the one that got the loudest reaction by far. This card to me was a one-match card. I think that's kind of common with a lot of promotions, big regional shows. So when the independents run a big show in, outside of Tokyo, they are normally catering more to casual fans. And I think a lot of the best wrestling normally is in front of the hardcore fans in Tokyo for a lot of promotions. So it's kind of hard to have an outstanding match in these types of buildings as well, for me personally, because I think the crowd is like super important. So, and I think normally the wrestlers only work towards a more casual fan. So, and I felt that completely on the undercard here. So the opener was Ai Huzan versus Nightshade. This was basically an extended squash match. So Nightshade put Ai Wei with a spear into a sit-out powerbomb. So obviously Nightshade is being kept quite strong booking-wise, and she joined Magenta on the last show. But Ai Huzan's arc recently, since losing to Sarai a few months ago, she's been really good. She's been really fired up. And I don't know why she needs to get squashed in openers still. She's been wrestling for 4 years, so almost 5 years. So this match didn't really do anything to serve her current character arc. Second match was Hanako Nakamori against Sora Ayame. Yep, you can guess exactly what this is. So Hanako Nakamori is Pure J's ace. So, again, she continues to do more outside bookings in the independent scene. So I think she's testing free agency, but that's just my personal speculation. So Sora lost to Hanako's Shining Wizard, and then Sora Ayame refused Hanako's hand after the bell and began to attack her, Senka style. So, she's learning from her fellow rookie. Mm-hmm. Third match was... Go on.
I got one thought about what you said earlier with like the one card shows and like also the audience maybe filling up. I think that is something that's kind of like a thing more in Japan than maybe in the US.
For sure.
That crowds do, especially for these kind of cards where you can really tell the undercard isn't going to be much.
Yeah.
That throughout the show, the crowd is still filling up at a lot of points. That's always why you, when you see like, pictures or something floating around of attendances, you always got to note like at what point in the show that was, because especially at Korakuen you can see that a lot too, that like sometimes after the intermission it looks fuller than like the entire undercard looked. So that's something that maybe you have to keep in mind more about Japanese shows than like US shows or whatever. So it's possible maybe that they kind of really did fill up towards the end of the show.
Exactly.
Anyway, sorry.
No, it's good. And then the next match was Chikai Nagashima and Risa Sera versus Mio Momono and Miyuki Takase. So this was mostly a house show match, I guess, with Mio and Miyuki. They were quite over and they were having a lot of fun. So, Tim, you know the spot where one of the wrestlers is like dangling and being swung in between the other wrestler's legs? And their face like almost hits the mat?
Yeah, is that the Gory special?
I don't know the name of it again. Yeah, but if that's the name, but so Risa Sera does that spot, right? So she swings people in between her legs.
Special. I think Gory special is something else, but
yeah, and
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and they don't have like control of their hands, so like the only way the face doesn't hit the mat is like if they're being swung correctly, or you know if they like lift their head up or something. That spot fucking scares me though. I have no idea how that's not caused like a serious injury. Like it never botches. Yeah, I don't know. That was the only thing I kind of noted from this. So Risa Sera's knee is obviously still fucked. But she did do a giant swing in this match, which I think might be the first time since her knee injury. Maybe. So there you go. But yeah,
okay. But it didn't go wrong in this match.
It did not.
I feared when you started this.
No. This was completely fine. And Mio and Miyuki were just super over. I almost think it tied the crowd out, however those two were. Because you watch the next match. So I thought the crowd was dead for Magenta versus Suri and Spike Nishimura.
Yeah, I know.
They did not react to anything. And this is Magenta, Suri. I was really surprised at how quiet they were compared to the previous match. Suri looked very happy though. So maybe she's happy not playing heel anymore. Who knows? I just think it's also awesome about Spike, you know, a US independent wrestler, just following her passion in COVID lockdown. She just started to train, had a dream to go to Japan, does it, and now she's teaming with the best in the world on a massive show in the semi-main event. So
yeah, it's great.
I love that story. Magenta, the story behind this match is Magenta are sort of trying to earn a TJPW tag team title shot against Spark Rush, which is Suri and Takumi Iroha. Spark Rush has sort of denied them so far. They had to defend against Itanabe at the Ito Dojo show. So this match was like an opportunity to score a direct pinfall over the champion, Suri, and earn a shot. They did not do that, but they did beat Spike Nishimura, and I think that still sets up the title match, so we can have that to look forward to. Magenta and Spark Rush at some point. Did you have any thoughts on this? Watching this during your lunch break?
Actually, I don't really have many thoughts on that.
This was really a match that looks better on paper than it actually was. I didn't. Yeah,
kind of.
I didn't think much of this match, to be honest. And then the main event, which was, you know, what everyone's here for, Senko Akatsuki versus Takumi Iroha for the TJPW title. There was a less than 0% chance of Senko winning, and at no point did I think she was going to win, and they didn't make me change my mind, I guess, on that either. So, I mean, you can think about that however you want to think about that. This was a huge test for Senko, like not just her ability to put on a main event style match with her limited offense, but also like her drawing power and stuff like that. So the backstory of this match, quickly, we spoke about it last week, but maybe I didn't speak about this actually and how it came about in the first place. But Senka challenged Takumi on the 31st of August. So she sort of like jumped the queue. She just challenged Takumi out of nowhere after a tag match against her. And Takumi asked Sora Ayame and Ai Huzan, who were there, they were teaming with Senka, what they thought about Senka's challenge. And both were protesting and complaining about the fact that Senka gets the best opportunities. And so Takumi just responded to Ai's protests, just saying, well, maybe you should have challenged instead. And then she just accepts Senka's challenge right in front of her. And that was that's one of the best promos in Marvelous in the year. I love that. And so that's how this match came about. And then in the preview tag last week, so we did speak about this last week, the whole story was Takumi's really resistant to Senka's flash pin, and Takumi after the match is like, hey, you got the axe bomber, you got the vertical suplex, you've got the flash pin, what else do you have? You're going to need more than that. And so it was whether Senka would double down on her moves of doom or find something new. I felt this match, it felt like a huge match basically. So there were like videos playing throughout the show, there were montages of Senka, there were red and white ribbons thrown before this match, Senka was handed a bunch of flowers. It kind of felt like the biggest Marvelous match all year, I guess. And I thought it was great. I loved it.
Okay.
Did you love it?
Yeah, maybe I'm the low man on this then.
Did you like it?
I did like it. I was coming back to what you said in previous episodes about like keeping your expectations in check, I guess, about Senka, where she actually is.
Yep.
So I don't know if my expectations were too high for this one, but it didn't quite meet what I thought it could be. I still thought it was good. I think it was really good. But for some reason, I kind of expected something more a bit, I don't know how to say it. Like
no, I completely
didn't really
agree.
like blow me away in this like epic match fashion that I maybe had in mind all week, looking forward to the match. So maybe I just was too excited about it as well. Like one thing, at the very start, before we even get into the match, one thing I heard a lot of people speculate, and I wanted to ask you about this, is whether Senka would like graduate, not in the sense of how Joshi's usually graduation means leaving the promotion, right? Or retiring entirely. But like graduating from her rookie spot, meaning leaving her like rookie gear behind, coming out for the first time in like proper wrestler gear. I mean, it is proper wrestler gear, but it's obviously like, I wanted to know your opinion. Do you think Senka will keep the rookie gear around because she's so well known for it at this point that it's almost like her gimmick to be in the red swimsuit?
Yeah. So
what do you think?
No, I did think about this. So I don't know if they will or, I don't know if they actually will do it. And I won't, I can't really guess what they're going to do. But I think what they should do is keep her in the rookie gear. I do think she's kind of made it her own, and it kind of suits her. And when I was watching this match, I was trying to think, what would she wear instead that I'd be like, that's Senka. I feel like what she's wearing now is perfect for her character as well. Like, she doesn't really give a fuck about all of the pageantry and all of that shit. She just wants to fight people. She just wants to wrestle. She doesn't really care what she's wearing. Just throw this on and go wrestle. So I kind of like that aspect of it. So I'm kind of hoping she doesn't change her gear. Whether they will or not, I guess they will at some point, maybe in a few months. I wasn't expecting it here because they didn't really telegraph it or hint at it or anything like that. So
yeah. I kind of semi-expected something, but I wasn't really. I think I agree with you. She made this gear like her thing now, and maybe it would be a mistake to, I was in the same boat. Like, I was wondering, like, what kind of gear would she even like?
It would feel weird.
You can't even like imagine anything else on her at this point. So yeah, that's kind of true. The thing about the moves you mentioned, I kind of tried to like pay attention to that. What she did throughout the match, she did like a single leg Boston Crab, a full Boston Crab.
That's the new one she debuted against Seri. So that's the new move of Doom.
Right? Did she do both crabs against Seri?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Okay. I thought one of them was new. Maybe she did like the brainbuster. Did she ever do the Three Amigo type brainbuster thing before?
Yeah, it's sort of like a variation of her vertical suplex, right? So
yeah. I thought maybe that was what was the new thing she premiered.
She did debut something new.
Row,
I wonder if you know what she debuted.
Let me think. Oh my god, I should have written this down.
I mean, you saw it on your lunch break, so I don't blame you.
Nah, but tell me.
It was Frog Splash.
I can't think of it right now. Oh yeah, right, the splash. Yeah.
So
that looked kind of funny. She was like kind of doing the frog motion, but like half.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it was the first time. I mean, I've seen every Senka match this year, so I'd be surprised if she's done it before and I just wasn't paying attention. But I think it's a debut. But I kind of liked that she climbed to the rope before, and the whole crowd is like kind of anticipating. They're like, huh? You can sort of like hear some murmurs in the audience. But then, Takumi cuts her off. But it was like a really cool tease. And then she climbed to the rope again and actually did the frog splash. So I really liked the way they did the debut. So just to go back to what you said, because I think it's... No, okay, go on.
Also, Chigusa like popped really big on commentary for the frog splash.
Exactly,
so that was also a sign.
Yeah. Going back to what you said earlier, because I think it's really interesting about it not living to your expectations. And I completely understand what you're saying, because this match was probably the biggest match in Marvelous all year in terms of like what you're expecting, the building they did, how they even treated it with all the video packages and shit like that. I thought it was like, whoa, I'm not used to this from Marvelous. And it wasn't the best match in Marvelous this year. So in terms of not meeting that expectation, I think it's completely valid that you feel the way you feel. Even for me, I don't know if it hits my top 10 of Marvelous matches this year. And it absolutely probably should have. So even though I loved it, that's because I loved a lot of Marvelous matches way more than this one. So I kind of agree with you that it did not match my expectations, but I still thought it was really good. But it should have been more than really good, right? So
yeah, you know what I maybe think is it was kind of like more a Takumi match, a good how Takumi usually wrestles a good match,
Yes.
like a really solid Takumi matches are always going to be good on this level.
Yeah.
But like structurally, it was like more her type of match.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like, for example, when Sari and Senka rolled around on was it the Friday? No, that was Monday Magic. Right?
Monday Magic. Yeah.
Like that was more the style of match where Senka really shines.
Absolutely.
And I think she looked way better, I thought, kinda in her exchanges with Sari on Monday Magic than she really did in this match against Takumi.
No, I completely agree. That's kind of why I said earlier, one of the first things I said was that this was a test of Senka's ability to put on a main event like style match, right? Yeah. And that's why I think she's kind of still a rookie. She's kind of still green. She's not perfect at doing a main event style match, and why would she be? She's been wrestling for a year now. So yeah, she's way better like grappling with Sari on the mat, and it's far more exciting. But overall I still really like this match. But yeah, exactly, I completely agree with what you're saying and see what you're saying. But I do want to give credit to Takumi specifically for I think Takumi is like one of the better vets in the scene. Like she's responsible for like the arc of Senka, like creatively as well, because Takumi's basically books a lot of the matches in Marvelous, and Senka's character arc in 2025 has been really good. It was like after Las Vegas in April that Marvelous just started putting her in main events and seeing how she would do and giving her more shine, and that kind of helped Senka a lot, I think. And it was done in a really, at least for me, a very satisfying way. They didn't just throw her in the deep end and be like, okay, well, have fun. So because Takumi is a big part creatively, because of Senka's popularity, I do think Takumi needs some credit for that. That's kind of why I put Takumi in my Joshi top 10 a few episodes, well, in our first ever episode or second episode or whatever. Her influence, I think, is quite big, and I do think she's so important for Marvelous this year, specifically creatively as well. And also, she was an awesome part of the Marigold Marvelous feud, ignoring the first 25 minutes of the Utami match. So I just want to give Takumi some credit.
Right. No. Completely.
Cool.
Agree.
Just some, I guess, other random notes. So, Chikusa Nagaya also called Senka a super rookie on commentary. So I just want to make that clear. It's not just Western fans. I keep having to say, this is not just Western fans hyping Senka. It's the promotion and Chigusa. They're all doing it themselves. If you read their promos and stuff like that. So I guess one of the things I kind of liked about this match, actually, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I don't know if you noticed, but Takumi kicks out of the flash pin really quickly, or finds the ropes, actually. She finds the ropes really quickly. She does not milk it. So I noticed that in the preview tag, and I was like, oh, they're going to play into that in this match. Maybe she gets caught in the middle of the ring and she's struggling a lot. They didn't do that at all, which I actually thought was kind of interesting. I don't know if they're holding back and waiting to do that sort of spot in the future, where like Takumi's like in the middle of the ring, she's like fucking selling it, like, you know, like John Moxley with the chain against Hangman, like that sort of like level of selling. But it was really interesting. They only did the flash pin twice, and both times Takumi instantly bailed out of it. So
yeah, but maybe that's also kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's putting it over in a different way that Takumi is like actually kind of fears it in the back of her mind, that she always immediately scrambles towards the rope when there's like the possibility of it even happening, I guess.
Yeah, completely agree.
So she knows how dangerous it is, so she tries to get out of it as quick as possible.
I really like that aspect as well. And the other thing that was a callback was Takumi put her in the chicken wing hold, which is exactly the same way Senka submitted the week before. But this time Senka rolled over and found the ropes. So yeah, there were just like little spots like this that I really, really liked. So that's why overall I thought this match was really, really good, but not one of my favorite Marvelous matches of the year, which maybe it should have been. But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. That is Marvelous. I love talking about Marvelous. Marvelous makes me so happy.
What do you think in general about Chigusa on commentary? Do you like it?
I
mean, you blend, you probably, what's it called?
Zone it out. Yeah.
Zone it out.
Yeah, I'm really good at zoning out commentators. So you know, like Excalibur gets a lot of shit from some people. I think he's pretty good, but I also zone him out. I zone Taz out. I'm just really good at zoning commentators out. So, but she is super fucking annoying sometimes. I'm not gonna say she's not.
she is kind of. Yeah. I thought of that as maybe another reason why I'm not as high on the match, because at some points like Chigusa just annoyed me so
yeah,
much.
okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't blame you.
And like the whole thing was kind of like I didn't like how the building looked. I didn't like the whole like, I guess, presentation. I think what you said was great. What they did with like the big ass like flags in the background with
and
for Senka and stuff too, the ribbons. That was all really cool, but like it just looked really kind of bad, the whole building to me, and the commentary was kind of annoying. So maybe that's all a bit of a negative influence on the whole impression the match made to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too much influenced by these outside factors lately.
Well, and also because it did not probably deliver on expectations. Even if it was really good, and we all know it was really good, that is probably true. So
I'm just kind of like weirded out that stuff like that bothers me so much lately, because I was always like really good at blending all this stuff completely out, especially for like when I was watching Stardom during like the pandemic, when there was like no crowd at all and anything, and like the buildings looked weird and stuff. I always was like really great at zoning all that out and just completely being in on the in-ring action, but for some reason like now it's starting to bother me more. I don't know. Maybe.
Your tastes have evolved. That's fine.
Maybe I think devolved in this case, because I think I should just be concentrating on what matters.
I mean, anyway. I think it's a completely valid way to consume media, right? If you care about how things look in presentation, like, you know, if you go to like the theater or whatever and something looks bad, or like the stage looks bad, that does affect your enjoyment of it's part of the product. Presentation is part of the product. So
I just never understand, for example, like a lot of people can't really watch wrestling when the crowd isn't hot or something.
Okay, well, I'm sort of one of those, so
okay,
no, it's
I
not
just
I
always
can't watch
thought
it.
like when I watched some wrestling matches with zero crowd reaction because it was during the pandemic, and those are some of my favorite matches, and I loved them so much that I never really needed the crowd in my mind. But
okay, wait, hang on.
Sometimes it is.
That's interesting, because there's a difference there. They weren't able or allowed to cheer or clap. So if it's a COVID audience or there was no audience at all, I'm completely fine with that. So like a match that comes to mind, what is it, like Go Shiozaki and maybe Segura, or no, Nakajima or something like that. Yeah, right. In Noah, right? That's one of my favorite matches, and it was no crowd. But if there's a crowd and they're allowed to scream and shout, and they do for other matches, but not for the match I'm watching, I'm like, oh, they're not into this. That's the only conclusion I can come to, right? That they're not really into the match. And that does sort of like, I guess weirdly, maybe reverse psychology wise, affect me and make me less into the match as well. But when a crowd is like fucking on their feet, they're chanting, they're going crazy, it's kind of hard not to get hyped up with them. Like, you know, I don't know what, like Hangman, Danielson, I don't know what, Ospreay, Danielson, Omega, Danielson. Well, I just meant Danielson 3 times. but you know, matches like that where like there's a bell pop, you can't help but pop like that as well. So it affects me in that way. If a crowd can cheer and doesn't cheer, they're not into it, and it kind of does affect me. Does that make sense?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not mean the Kazuyuki Fujita match?
Wait, is it Fujita? There's no way it's Fujita. No, it's
the
Nakajima.
Yoshizaki match.
It must be... No, because I remember it's Nakajima.
Okay.
But maybe it wasn't an empty crowd. But they definitely had a match where they kicked the shit out of each other. It was Nakajima and someone. Maybe it wasn't Go Shiozaki. Whatever.
No, they did have a great match. What, was that a no crowd match? I don't remember.
It was either no crowd or a silent crowd. One of them.
Yeah. I do remember both. The Fujita one is the famous one where they didn't wrestle for the first. Well, they were just staring at each other for like 30 minutes. I think.
That sounds awful. I haven't seen that.
15 minutes, I think. The whole match was 30. I don't know. No, it was. He kind of liked it.
Oh, okay.
That's like the most divisive match of the last decade, I think.
Okay, maybe I should catch that. Cool. Anything else on Marvelous?
But now I spoiled you on it.
That's okay.
No, let's continue.
All right. Yeah, but we got a speed. All right. Oz Academy. So Oz Academy held their biggest show of the year at Yokohama Budokan on 19th of October. And if the number is accurate, I think it was like 1,900 something, it would be all of Stardom's 3 shows at the same venue in 2025. I don't think it's accurate. So during Kurashio's Tokyo Japan's entrance, Ikemen, he helped show the house because he dances around the whole place and shows all the audience. So he did show us the crowd, and I would be extremely surprised if 1,900 was the real number. I would definitely believe like 1,000 or something. But anyway, given it was a big show,
it's close to 2,000 actually.
Yeah, that's what they announced.
1,998.
Yeah, which
89. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think that's what happened. But yeah, there was a lot of pomp and circumstance because of the big show. So there was like a very, very awkward opening ceremony with a band performing Lady Gaga's Born This Way to complete fucking silence. I swear, I shit you not. It was dead. And they were like trying to elicit crowd claps and just like, clap with us, Born This Way, blah, blah, and nothing. No response whatsoever. But I think they just needed a warm-up because they were kind of loud for the main event. So they did get into the show as it went on.
Yeah.
But the undercard suffered from a completely silent, dead crowd, I felt. But I thought it was a pretty good show overall. I did enjoy the show from top to bottom. So I'm actually going to speed through the undercard because, some of them. So the first match was...
I didn't see the undercard, please.
Yeah. Jaguar Yokota, Mei Suruga, and Momoka Hanazono versus Kahaku, Emi Sakura, and Tsubasa Kuragaki. So the whole bit here was Momoka and Mei Suruga obviously are very high energy, annoying, obnoxious people, and they're paired with Jaguar Yokota, so it made for some quite fun comedy, I guess. So at one point, Momoka hands Yokota a toy flower, and Yokota just stares at it and doesn't know what to do with it, and then she just lightly tickles Kahaku, who's in a Boston Crab, so, just fun spots like that. Yokota is 64, and she's still doing lucha-style head scissors and diving rolling sentons. It is fucking ridiculous. The finish was Momoka launched a party popper in Kuragaki's face, and Yokota rolled her up. And then backstage, Momoka and Mei dubbed their team Jaga Momo Ringo. Don't know what that means. Jaguar said it was impressive that both Momoka and Mei are cute and can wrestle, because back in her day, it was one or the other. Which, I thought that was a funny comment, I guess. Any comments on that?
Trying to figure out if that has anything to do with Beatles, but probably not.
Oh, the Ringo? Yeah, I thought maybe as well. Who the fuck knows? I don't get the Ringo part. I obviously get Jaguar Momo. I get those. What's the Surga? Maybe it's just a mistranslation. But who knows why May is Ringo? I don't fucking know. Anyway, if you know, let us know, I guess. So the second match was Kari Yonyama and then Ikemen and Ram Kaichao. This was the good side of Ikemen, okay? I did enjoy this. So what happened was he took like 10 minutes to do his entrance, as he normally does. He restarted it a few times, blah, 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 blah. And then he got pinned within a minute by Ram Kaichao. And Yonyama is like, what the fuck? I didn't get to do anything. Let's restart this match. They restart. the exact same spots happen again, and he gets pinned in the exact same way. Yonyama is like, what the fuck, I didn't get to do anything, restart again. The third time, he kicks out of Ram Kai Chao's crucifix pin, and Yonyama is now happy that she can do a spot. So she climbs the ropes, and Ikemen is encouraging her, like, yeah, climb those ropes, you get to do a spot. And then while Ikemen is encouraging her, he gets rolled up, and so Yonyama never got to do anything. I don't know, that popped me. All right, third match, Rina Yamashita versus Unagi Sayaka. Oh, Rina's dreads? They're fake, right? We spoke about it last week, but I just realized they're fake. They have to be fake, because in Stardom, we saw her come out for a post-match promo, and she didn't have them. So they must be like extensions, right?
I mean, it's gotta be like hell of a
a lot of work.
A lot of work to do every time, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I honestly don't know how they work. So I don't know how extensions and braids and dreads work. So anyway, I just thought that when I was watching her. This match was whatever. It was okay, but I can't really get into Unagi Sayaka. I think she rarely unlocks like a higher gear in ring. Like I haven't seen her have like a sick high work rate match before. And also, Rina kind of agreed with me because backstage she questioned Unagi's in-ring ability, saying she was unquestionably a good promoter, but it didn't match what she could do in the ring. so she said she was waiting for the day that Unagi's skill catches up to her presence. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the.
When you've all been waiting for that.
Yeah,
for like
so they keep waiting
now. So
yeah. Then the next match was Team Power Spot, which is Itsuki Aoki, Ryo Mizunami, and Sonoka Kato against Sendai Girls, which is Chihiro Hashimoto, Dash Chisako, and Mika Iwata. So this is part of Sonoko's retirement road, who's retiring on the 23rd of November. But it was also a special occasion for Sendai Girls, because they had not teamed in that trio since Gaia-ism in 2021, which is, I thought it was a wild stat, I guess. And I kind of like this just because it was, Aoki going against Sendai Girls, and she rarely, if ever, works Sendai Girls. So I liked her and Iwata wrestling each other. I think that was super fun. It was the third ever time interacting with each other. The last few minutes with Sonoko and Hashimoto were really good. And, Hashimoto gave Sonoko a really stiff, beautiful send-off, pinning her with the last ride after a really good back and forth.
Yeah. Maybe I should have checked this one out. I was kind of thinking about it. It was really late last night when I watched the show.
Yep.
So I went back a bit, saw Ryumi Tsunami come on, and then I thought, let's just go to the main event instead.
It was good, but not like must see or anything. Yeah. But I had fun. Then the semi-main event for the Oz Academy Tag Team titles. So it was Phantom Limit, which is Akino and Misa Kagura, against Goji Zone's Union, which is Hiroyu Matsumoto and Zonez. I really liked this match. I thought it was excellent. And
yeah, me too.
The main reason I liked it, I think, is because Misa Kagura is just she is so one of the gems of 2025. I feel like, especially in the independent scene.
Is she the Joshi'ing around weekly special guy?
She must be. She is the special little guy of this podcast. Because she is just lighting the independent scene on fire. She joined Phantom Limit on the last Shinjuku Face show, and she jumped immediately into a title challenge with her leader, Akino. So Zonas works best when she's against other powerhouses, and I think that was true here when she was against Misa Kagura. And I thought it was just really refreshing to see Kagura coming into all of these promotions and steal the show. She's already done a nice ribbon, and now she got the highlight in a 22-minute semi-main event at Yokohama Budokan. This is by far, I think it's by far the biggest build-in she's ever done, and like one of the biggest matches of her career. And I thought she completely lived up to that occasion. The crowd were fully on her side in the closing stretch, as was I. She was like frantically struggling to put Matsumoto away with like a series of reversed pinfalls. She was like kicking out at the last second of several of like Matsumoto's lariats. But eventually she lost to Goji Zones' double team move, which is called Double Impact, followed by another Matsumoto lariat. But yeah, I thought she killed it in her biggest match so far.
No, absolutely, I agree. I think there's something like so fucking awesome about her. She's like, for those who've never seen her, she's like always coming out in this like almost idol type gear with this like
the pink frilly skirts.
The pink frilly skirts, and she's just so fucking awesome, like reckless, and like she doesn't wrestle like people assume an idol wrestler wrestles at all. She's like the main example for me, like when people are fucking stupid about that shit. She's just so fucking awesome. I don't know. Her energy is just...
Yeah, I got goosebumps. Sorry? So an awesome thing was I listened... There's this really cool YouTuber called Hype Talk TV, and he does in-person interviews with Joshi. So like he's got an interview of Misa Kagura, 28... Well, I think something like that. No, maybe it's a short video. But sometimes he has like 30-minute videos with some wrestlers. And he has a wrestler with Misa Kagura, and she spoke about like, you know, where she came from. She was like a fan of Michinoku Pro Wrestling, because she's from Iwate, so around the neck of the woods in Japan, and she had no idea about Joshi wrestling at all. And then one day they like asked her to train, so Taka Michinoku, and that's how she ends up in JTO. And from there she like starts learning about Joshi wrestling just because she works with them a bit, and so she just becomes a fan of it, and she really wants to. This interview was in April or something, and in the video she mentioned how she like admires people like Manami Katsu. And I thought it was fucking awesome that 4 months after that interview, she's main eventing Korakuen Hall with Manami Katsu. And that put it back into context and made me love that match retrospectively even more. The fact that it meant so much to Kagura. I already loved that match. So the fact that added context is even better. And now she's in a huge arena in front of over 1,000 fans. I don't know. People like her, I think, deserve success. They have dreams and they actually achieve them. It's awesome. She said she wants to become a really, really strong wrestler. She's super determined to do that. And that's why she wrestles so hard as well. So, yeah.
It's great. Yeah, I also... Like at one point, I think Stones was breaking up a pin at one point, and Misa Kagura just fucking charges at her from the other side of the ring and just fucking runs her over.
It's so good.
Like in a way that's like so fucking absurd from, I don't know.
She has so a really unique way of moving, and I don't know how to describe it. Like the way she sprints and hits the ropes and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. You can just, awesome. Go on. We're getting very excited. I just wanted
I do also love Akino. It's just
Akino
what I wanted to say. She is great. She was great. Yeah, I'm kind of like sad that I don't ever get to watch more of her, because every time I see her, I just love her.
She's so underrated because she's like mainly an like an Oz Academy mainstay, right? She doesn't really do other promotions. She's been doing it for like 20 plus years. So yeah. She's one of those that people won't really appreciate, which is kind of sad because she's been so consistent for so long.
Yeah. I think I've said it before. I've seen her live in 2024 at the beginning. I think Akino was Mio Momono, and that match was so fucking brilliant to me. That was like a top 10 for me of the year. Really underrated.
Cool. So then after the match, Red Energy from Sendai Girls challenged next for the titles. So they'll be challenging Hiroyu Matsumoto and Zones, and that match is set for 30th of December at Korakuen Hall. So we will be there live in front row.
Awesome.
So that'll be very interesting.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I saw that she called them out. I didn't know it was for that day. That's crazy. One other thing I wanted to note real quick, like at one point, like wait, let me get this here.
Do you want me to note
so at one point, I think Akino superplexed Zones while Matsumoto was laying on the mat, right? And she almost landed on her head, and that was so fucking scary. And then the next time they repeated the spot basically a couple of minutes later.
Yeah.
And then Akino superplexed Kagura instead. Because I guess she said, we missed when we tried it with Zones. I better take my partner so I don't miss this time. And then they hit Matsumoto straight. Like
the even better thing about that is Kagura's finisher is a diving senton. It's when she was getting suplex, she sort of landed exactly like she would on a diving senton. She just got more momentum from Akino. So it just kind of made sense in storyline as well that she was like just getting launched into her finisher on top of Matsumoto.
Yeah.
So,
but both spots looked fucking rough for Matsumoto to take.
For sure.
She's a beast. She
is a beast. Okay, then the All right, the main event. So this is one of those matches that will be Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. It was Sekigun, who were just reformed. So that's Kakeru, Mayumi Izaki, Saori Ano, Yumi Oka, and then that's Mayu Yukihi as a second outside the ring against Stardom's Hate, which is Netsukatora, Rina, Ruaka, and Saya Kamitani, with Konami and Momo Watanabe as seconds at ringside. It was a 4-on-4, no DQ elimination. If you get eliminated, you get handcuffed, and you have to watch you have to watch people in the ring, I guess. It was 47 minutes. I will say, I don't think...
Was it this long?
I don't think it felt 47 minutes.
No.
I think they paced the match out quite well, and I don't think it ever felt like they were struggling for action, and I think the crowd was heated throughout. So while I didn't love this, I did really enjoy it, and I appreciate how they structured it.
Yeah, I would have never guessed it was this long.
That's good. 'Cause
it was, really action-packed the entire time, I guess.
Yeah. And I think they did really well to hide Izaki in such a long match. So she worked the start of the match, and she was amazing. She got a lot of heat. There was a lot of loud chants. She was selling really well. And then she only really came back into the match when it was a 2-on-2. You know, when she was like strangling and, hanging Saya over the ropes with her chain. And I guess the one thing I want to shout out from this match, it was 47 minutes. We're not going to go from move for move. Natsukatora was a fucking workhorse in this match. I think she was like the MVP of this match. I kind of find it kind of funny like how underrated she is just because she isn't like a flashy wrestler. I think she's really good at her role, and I think this match proved it. I think her and Izaki were the only ones that like did a blade job in this match. So
Yeah, and Osaki is quite over to this crowd, isn't she?
She's like a goddess to them.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, I agree. I just, Tora was very good in this match. I thought also like Saori Ano was another like semi MVP for me. Like she also ruled. I thought it was crazy. Sometimes they all have the whips, right?
Yeah,
like
10
I
whips.
guess the Osaki-gun has some whips, but Rina has her own whip, and they were just like whipping the shit out of each other at points, like
it was
in the head and fucking on the back, and like with no fucking like hesitation or anything. Like this was like some Danielson versus Ricky Starks type fucking lashing.
Disgust. So Yumi Oka and Rina were literally whipping each other in the face. Like they were not pulling back. And Yumi Oka was whipping Ruaka on the back, and you could actually see the welts on Ruaka's back.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So,
but especially for Ruaka, that she took that kind of surprised me too. And
so like
crazy shit.
One of the biggest mysteries in this match for me, once I found out Saya Kamitani was in it, was how they were going to eliminate Saya. Because she's really protected in direct pinfalls. I think B. Priestley and Izumi are the only ones this year, maybe. And going back a while, maybe there's some more, but that's the only two I remember. And there was no way that Sekigun were going to lose.
The one in Wave was already,
Oh yeah, and the one, obviously, Kahaku. But that was kind of like a schoolboy. But yeah, okay, sure. But there was no way Sekigun were going to lose on Oz Academy's biggest show of the year. So their solution was Saori was going to go for a pottering move, so that's her like special pinfall.
Creative, right?
Yep, exactly, very creative. And then Saya was going for a European clutch, and they kind of just both pinned each other with the pottering and European clutch and eliminated each other at the same time. I thought that was kind of funny.
I thought it was actually it looked really good actually. Like it didn't really look like too contrived for me to not believe it. It just looked kind of convincing how
they execute it well.
Pinned each other and neither one really could get out of it in time. Or it was just well executed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then Hate were at like maximum heat levels when they managed to get the keys to all the handcuffs, free all of their members, and then they handcuffed Mayu Yukihi as well. So it was a 6-on-1 situation against 56-year-old Mayumi Ozaki, the legend. I thought that was pretty genius booking, to be honest. The rest of Sekigun couldn't do shit because they were handcuffed. Perfect underdog scenario for the hero of Oz Academy on their biggest show of the year. I really like that. Akino and Sunoka Kato came out, so the vets of Oz Academy, to uncuff Sekigun, which was cute. I like that touch, even though they've had their run-ins with Sekigun. Ozaki did her own blade job after, when she got hit over the head with a chair. And then there was like a final back and forth between Natsuko and Azaki, which I thought was super intense. They missed at each other, but Azaki won after punching the fuck out of Natsuko with chains wrapped around her fist.
Oh yeah, it was really good too.
I don't know.
They just didn't hold back at all in this match, like nobody did. It was crazy.
Yeah, so I really like this match. And yeah, so Sekigun won.
Yeah.
In the post...
Zaki had quite the gusher too.
Oh yeah, Zaki's blade job was sick. Yeah, compared to Natsuko did not really bleed that much.
She didn't quite.
Yeah.
She did it quite early on too. It like tends to happen in these long matches that at some point it just stops. Really, if it's not a real gusher, but yeah.
Yep. In the post match, Zaki proclaimed that Sekigun were the number one heels in women's wrestling. You know, she's a fucking worker. She was so. I don't know if you saw it. She was getting certificates and flowers from, I guess it was sponsors or whatever. They came into the ring, give her presents. One guy had a white jumper, and she just pressed her misted, bloodied face into his jumper, which I thought was super funny. Just classic Azaki thing. I think Saori Anou is going to face Roka to get her title back, because I think they sort of like set up a singles match there. And she also kind of set up a singles match against Azaki at some point in the future. They all said super nice words to each other. They officially reformed. They were hugging each other. Mai Yukihi kissed Mayumi Azaki on the lips. It was a feel-good ending for the biggest show of the year. Good stuff.
Yeah, Yuki looked incredible. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you...
What?
Oh, you mean in the ring?
Not during the kiss, I meant like in general, during the entire match.
Oh, okay, you mean like athletically?
Yeah, I think she did some really good looking moves. I guess.
Yes, she looked incredible in the ring in this match. Yeah, she did. No, she does look like she's getting back to her athletic former self. So slowly, and she's doing a lot of big matches in the upcoming weeks, actually, which we shall talk about in the previews. Yeah. All right, let's move on quickly. This one we're not going to spend a lot of time on, but it was so JTO have been uploading their matches recently. Well, some of them, and there's a couple of matches with Aoi, which is Aoi, and Azusa Inaba against Rhythm and Tomoka Inaba. And they keep feuding over the JTO Girls Tag Team title. And this time they were on a New Japan show, so you can watch it on New Japan World. Or just look at the free YouTube ones on JTO's YouTube channel, because those I thought were better. So yeah, I thought this match suffered a bit from the New Japan crowd, but I thought Tomoka and Azusa were awesome with each other. You know, Azusa dropped Tomoka with a backdrop suplex and a German. Tomoka caught her with a head kick, and Azusa, you know, had some fighting spirit, but then she got dropped with a Michinoku driver. And then Tomoka and Rhythm retained with a buzzsaw kick from Tomoka. I thought this was a good match, but I think the other ones were a bit better.
I did actually think the crowd got into the near falls towards the end
at the end, they absolutely
more than I expected them to. But yeah, you're right. At the start, they were like pretty uninterested in this one. Yeah. Which is understandable, because where the fuck did this come from on a New Japan show?
Yeah, no idea.
But I quite liked it, actually. This was the first time I saw Rhythm since like 2023, I think.
Thoughts?
At one point, she lost half a gear somehow, which was kind of... What did you say?
No, what are your thoughts on Rhythm?
Oh, yeah. I think she struggled at some points a bit. I don't know if this was maybe an off day for her. She did one like a bulldog, like some swinging bulldog from the turnbuckles that looked really rough. But yeah, like I said, I like her anyway. So don't know what did you think?
I like her, yeah, but obviously Aoi is the standout, apart from the Inaba sisters. Azusa is.
No, you go. Sorry.
I was just gonna say Azusa feels like she's leveling up in real time. Like, I feel like she's improving rapidly, and that it's kind of going under the radar how good she's getting in 2025. So yeah, that's the main one I've noticed.
I was thinking, I thought she looked pretty good in this match. My main takeaway from this one was like how much Tomoka looks above all the other ones. I mean, Aoi is pretty good too, but I think Tomoka is like honestly underrated at this point. I think she's so good.
Maybe by me then, because I think Azusa sort of caught up to Tomoka, so I might be one of the ones underrating Tomoka.
Really, because at one point I actually wanted to make, not specifically for this match, but I thought also, was it on the Starlight Kid anniversary?
Yeah.
That sometimes I think you can still pretty clearly see how much Azusa is still getting away with just her charisma work and stuff in Stardom.
Really?
And like hiding in hate maybe a bit. Because when she's on her own, sometimes I think it's really quite apparent still how young and inexperienced she is in a way.
Did you see their singles match on Tashi Mania or whatever?
Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
I thought she was really good in that match.
Yeah. In that one, she was really good.
Okay, fine.
I think she got led by Tomoka too. I thought they started the Battle Royal in the Starlight Kid anniversary show, right?
Yeah.
It was them two starting the match.
Was, yeah.
And I think in their exchanges there, they didn't look as good as in their singles match.
Fair enough, yeah.
So I thought Azusa struggled quite a bit there on the Starlight Kid show. Maybe she didn't try as hard in this one because it was just like a fun anniversary, whatever. But I don't know. I think sometimes I can still see like the inexperience of Azusa.
I mean, she's 17, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So then we have Sendai Girls. So the semi-finals of the Uma Musami, the Jaja Uma tournament.
The horse tournament. Yeah.
You know, I didn't tell you, I watched that video you sent.
You told me last week, bro.
Oh, did I? Did I tell you that I have recommendations for it now? Like my YouTube.
I didn't even know which one I sent you just a random.
You sent me a 30-minute playthrough of the game, and you said, look at this. This is what I watch every night before I go to sleep.
Shut the fuck.
So, Jaja Uma, the Wild Horse Tournament, you watched... what did you do? Did you watch this?
I did watch this, yeah.
Oh, do you want to take this one?
I watched the entire show, but we don't need to go through the entire show.
No, you take this one then.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Unless you don't have notes, then I can take it.
Okay. Yeah. First, we had it was in Sendai Pit on October 17th. We had the opening match was the first semi-final match between Spike Nishimura and Miria Koga. Yeah, this was fine. I like Spike a lot. She chopped the shit out of Koga to begin with. Koga then kind of fought back. With like she tried to do like a numero dos, I think, and a swinging DDT, but Spike did this like Michinoku driver type thing with the crossed legs. I still don't know what it's called. I think I asked you this before, what it's called.
I don't know what it's called.
And then like the short range variant, the Rainmaker thing for the win.
Yeah,
fun match.
I thought it was. I was kind of disappointed a bit with Miria just because I've seen her be a bit better. I think she had a bit of an off day, tiny bit. I thought Spike was really good. I just thought Miria Koga was kind of off her game because I've seen her have better matches. There were like some missed timings basically, and I think she didn't like lay in her kicks as she normally does. I don't know. I guess I was just expecting a bit more from her, and I guess I'm invested in Seedlings rookies as well. So.
Yeah, I felt like this was mainly designed just to get Spike over.
Yeah, exactly.
As like a dominant force more than Miria was just like the medium to do this with, exactly. I guess. Yeah.
But she's in the final, so my prediction so far of her winning the whole tournament is on. So yeah, we'll see.
We will see indeed. Up next we had a singles match between two, I think these are the grown horses then.
Yeah,
we are.
Wait, is this the Chisako match?
Yes.
Okay, well, one of the horses is...
Those aren't rookies, I think.
No, one of the horses is full-grown, big, beefy horse.
Yeah, it was Dash Chisako and Nightshade battling it out. You go on this one.
So I thought it was quite interesting. So Nightshade was totally healing it up. And you rarely get to see Chisako play an underdog babyface. So if you want to see her sell for a Monster Hill, then this was the match for you. So I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I guess I just liked her confident heel performance from Nightshade because I'm so used to her as a babyface in Eve. So yeah.
Yeah. I think they also did make it kind of believable though, how Dash kind of like beat her.
Agreed, yeah. It was a roll-up, right?
She had one like great running kick that just kind of like almost knocked Nightshade out, and then a double stomp from the top. And then Nightshade still wasn't down, but she kind of reversed like a double choke slam into a roll up, I guess, and won with that. So yeah, well, it was a good match for sure. Dash is really good, I think.
Yep.
So after this, we had a 6-man between Chihiro Hashimoto, Ryo Mitsunami, and Yu, defeating Hiroyo Matsumoto, Soi, and Zones in 13 minutes. Right, what do we have here? I kind of skipped around in this. I kind of ran out of time.
I have one note. So yeah, I just said this was the woman equivalent of meat. So
it was.
Yeah. That is all. Just you don't need to know anymore.
Yeah. At one point, Soi like out wrestled or blocked you almost. That was kind of what stood out to me. I didn't expect that to happen at all. But yeah, in the end, she lost. Soi also tried a spear at one point that was a pretty good actually, but no Tokimeki spear. So yeah, you wins with a splash. Kind of a fine match. Anyway, after this, we had the second semifinal match from the Wild Horses tournament. It was Senka Akatsuki defeating the Sendai Girls Junior champion Yuna in 8 minutes and 34 seconds. I was kind of like intrigued about how they were going to play this, because this was one day before Senka's big match, right?
Yeah.
So you almost couldn't beat her. I guess politically, that would be a weird move. But it also makes sense kind of to get Yuna out of the tournament, because the winner faces her anyway. You like it wouldn't make sense. They could make the finals, I guess, into the title match right away. Yeah. Otherwise, they would just have the same match twice in a row if Yuna also made the finals. So yeah, in the end, Senka won against her.
I thought this could go either way, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah, I was intrigued, like I said. I wasn't really sure who was gonna get away with this one. And yeah, it was a cool little match, I thought.
I thought it was all right. I liked it, but there's nothing explosive. It was it felt like a good rookie match, even though Yuna's not rookie because she debuted in 2023. I've already said how I feel about Yuna. Maybe one day it will click. But today was not that day. But yeah, so it's Spike versus Senka in the final, and Spike's obviously going to win that. Good. So.
Is it 100%?
Yeah,
you think
it is? It has to
probably
be.
Right.
I'd be so shocked if she doesn't. I think it's 99.9%.
Okay. Yeah, it should be good though. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, and we had a tag team match for the main event. It was Bob Banana, which is Miyo Momono and Yuri Aoka, defeating Red Energy. Wait, Mika Iwata lost? Oh my god.
Wow. Well, technically Takase took the pin.
And her partner, Miyuki Takase. Yeah, sure. Takase took the pin in the end. Which was actually a pretty cool finish. Like, Miyo Momono headbutted her and then did this, like, kind of Code Red thing. I think an AEW wrestler does that too. Is that Sky Blue? I don't know. I think.
Yeah.
Like the running sideways Code Red thing, where she jumps onto the back. And
was it a sideways Code Red?
No, the Code Red itself wasn't sideways, but she, like, jumps onto the back from the side, running the ropes, and then turns it into a Code Red.
Yeah.
So, looked good. And was a fun match in general. Because, like, those are two awesome teams. What else would you expect?
Yeah, I like this match. So it was a rematch. One of the reasons why I liked it maybe a bit more was because it was a rematch of a really good match on the 9th.
Oh, I saw this actually.
Yeah, on the 9th of February, where Mio actually injured her arm in that match, and she had to sit out of the fight quite early on. And it was basically Yurika Oka for like 15 plus minutes trying to like fend off Red Energy, and it was an amazing babyface performance from Yurika Oka, and obviously Mio was out for 5 months after that match. So this was the rematch. Obviously, this started off with a bit of a different level of intensity. It was quite lighthearted. Momo Banana were just pissing the fuck out of Red Energy. Like, they were just being as annoying as hell. For those that don't know, their gimmick is it's based off the minion from, what's the fucking movie? The Minions?
Oh god.
Yeah, but what's the original movie? Desperate Me?
Yeah, something with me.
Despicable Me. It's Despicable. Okay, yeah.
Despicable Me.
Yeah. So their gimmick is based off of the Minions. It's like if a minion came to life and were reincarnated as some of the best underdog babyface wrestlers on the world. That is Bob Momo Banana. So they were getting beat up a lot. I really liked Iwata's selling in this match, obviously, because she's a fucking pro, so she got hit with a nasty dragon screw, and then she starts selling the leg immediately because she's a good wrestler. And I thought
that dragon screw looked so sick.
It looked nasty, yeah. I think that later in the fight, Yurika is being even more annoying. She blows a whistle in Takase's ear to throw off her game. Why did they even bring a fucking whistle?
I was gonna ask you, should that be a DQ?
That should be a DQ. It's a weapon. It's ear torture. Yeah, that's a weapon.
That's like a brutal fucking move.
Exactly.
Oh, that's like shoot hurts you, no?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Takase is like, fuck you, and delivers hard chops to Mio. Mio returns with an open-handed...
She deserved it.
Yeah, and returns with an open-handed slap into a headbutt, which normally she does into a German suplex, but this time she runs the rope, and Takase literally, actually decapitated her. So, as in, no head left. So Mio was headless for the rest of the match. Takase did a diving leg drop to finish a job, but headless Mio just barely kicked out. And then Mio went for a rolling cradle, and the ref fucked it up because he didn't count the 3, or Takase forgot to kick out. So I think Takase forgot to kick out because then Mio did a JK bomb.
It was the finish anyway, right?
Yeah,
Mio on Takase. So.
Yeah, exactly. So I think she just forgot to kick out.
Maybe she thought that was the finish already.
Yes.
But the referee didn't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
They did the code red thing right after for the actual finish.
Yeah, I think the ref knew it was the code red that was the finish, and he was like, well, I'm not counting this.
I was wondering if she maybe kicked out slightly and it wasn't apparent.
She didn't kick out at all.
She didn't do anything.
Mio had to get off her.
Yeah.
She was laying down for the 10 count.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so I think this is likely a number 1 contenders match. So I imagine they're going to challenge Team 200 kg at some point, which will be awesome if it's on Korakuen Hall or something. So the next Sendai Girls show is in in Korakuen Hall, 16th of November. Well, it's not the next Sendai Girls show, but the next big show. I think I'm expecting a tag team main event rather than a singles match for Hashimoto. I think this is it, but we'll see.
All right.
Okay, let's move on to Wave.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you want to do a Wave primer with the review.
So
if we should put this on next week or how long you think the primer is gonna be.
It's pretty. I'm looking at my notes, and my notes are shorter than some other shows. So it depends on.
Maybe you can just do the show or do you mean the entire primer plus show?
The primer plus show is not that long.
Yeah, that's just.
I think I want to drop the Ito Dojo. I think I don't care about that.
All right.
So I think I'm going to remove that. And Yokohama Actress Girls? Fuck, I should just move that as well.
Maybe we can get to this next week.
Yeah, I'm actually going to put that into next week. That is... So we'll finish off with Wave and then quick previews. So that will just be it should be around 3 hours, which is okay. That's our limit, I think. So... Okay, we're now on to Wave. So, Wave isn't my favorite promotion. I think there are far too many shows that are too house showy, I guess. There's not enough important shows. And I think the general identity of the promotion is mid-card comedy, I think. So, it's quite rare that you'll actually see a standout match in Wave compared to other promotions, but there are some hidden gems in there. So, I mean, I watched a random match in Post Amistad, which is a tiny arena, and obviously it's Itsuki Aoki in a tag match, and that match was excellent. So there are some hidden gems, but mostly it's just fun comedy, put it on your second screen sort of content. The champion is Kahaku, who's formerly of Marvelous. So she beat Saya Kamitani on her fourth time challenging for the title. She's currently their ace. They rely on outsiders and freelancers a lot. So they do not have a big roster. Their only contracted wrestlers are Kahaku, Honoka, and Saran. Yuki Miyazaki is retiring on the 1st of January. So with a roster that short, but that small, expect a lot of freelancers on the card. And you can watch it on Confetti Web, but it's really expensive. I decided to buy every show for a month just to see how expensive it would be, and I ended up spending £350 on Wave in one of the months. So do not buy every show. If you do want to buy, then buy maybe Korakuen Halls and maybe some Shinjuku Face shows, or just do what everyone else does. But, I did do my time and gave them some money to do whatever they do with the money, I guess. So, what's happened recently is Spice Up, which is Maika Ozaki and Tai Honma, who is now retired. They were champions since the 1st of April, and Wave set up a Dual Shockwave tag team tournament, and it had the wackiest format ever. I'm not even going to explain it, but one example of how wacky it was is Tropica Wild, which is Saki and Yuna Mizumori. They only had to win one match to get to the final, while Hardcore and Deathmatch Women, which is Risa Sera and Yuki Miyazaki, they had to win 4 matches to get to the final, but they didn't make it all the way. But that's just an example of what weird fucking bracketing they did. Every match that Spice Up would be in would be for the tag titles. They made it all the way to the finals. Okay, whatever. They were against Tropica Wild, so you might expect them to drop the titles before Honma retires. Oh, nope. So they won the tournament. So I guess that's cute. One last win for Spice Up before Honma retires. Honoka and Saran challenged them for the titles after for Honma's last show on 12th of October last week. So now it kind of all made sense why they ran through everyone in the tournament. They were going to drop to Wave's Young Stars on 12th of October, the day before Honma retires. So, as I mentioned earlier, Honoka and Saran are 2 of their 3 main wrestlers in Wave. So on that 12th of October show, Spice Up beat Honoka and Saran in a match for the Wave Tag Team titles. So I couldn't get into this match. I thought the concept of it all was a bit silly. They tried to pull a Sting without understanding why Sting's retirement run was so successful. So, Tim, why do you think Sting's retirement run was so successful? It's not a closed question. I actually want.
Wait,
what do you think?
Who did Tai Honma partner with?
Maika Ozaki.
I mean, the main reason is because it elevated Darby Allin, right?
Yeah, and who did Sting face in the final?
Oh yeah, and the Young Bucks, of course, are a genius tag team.
The Young Bucks were an instrumental part of why that retirement run was so good, right? Towards the end, right? That retirement match, they were the perfect foil for the fans in order to start rooting for Sting in that match, and they had just turned heel. They were incredible in that feud. So, if you're going to do a Sting, why would you put Honma against your 2 young stars, one of which has been struggling, which is Saran? And not only that, but the match layout didn't even make sense because it was highlighting Honoka, who we already know is good, and she's already established, and Saran basically did nothing. So it felt like Honoka and Saran weren't made any more than they were before the match, and it wasn't really a feel-good moment for Honma because she had just won the entire tag team tournament before. So this match just kind of fell flat for me. Yeah, I felt this whole tag team run from Spice Up felt a bit selfish, to be honest. I don't like using, definitive words like that, but that is genuinely how I felt about this run. It was just kind of weird. And I think even in one of the promos on the show after, on the 13th, the one you were wanting to check out, Honma sort of revealed that she asked Ozaki and Wave if they could go the whole run and retire her as champion. I don't know. It just felt, the vibes were off, as the kids say. And that's it.
All right. Yeah, I was not really able to get into Wave.
It's a lot.
I always tried. This year, I didn't even try. Honestly, the previous year, I always tried to get into the big Catch the Wave tournament. Right.
I do like the tournament. That's fun.
Yeah, but I never stick with the promotion.
No, I don't blame you either. Yeah. Cool. So then, we just got some previews. So let's just do some quick previews. So for next week, there are 3 big shows. So one is Ice Ribbon Korakuen Hall. So just quickly, an Ice Ribbon update. So we said last week Ibuki Hoshi was out with a ACL knee injury when she was about to do a tag team title and a main, Ice Xfinity title match at Korakuen Hall on the same night. So that was a disaster. And I suggested that they would possibly pivot to Matsushita, so Kaho Matsushita, and that's exactly what they did. So I read the promos from the 13th of October, and I realized they had no idea if Ibuki was going to make it at that point, because they did not build the match there. They built it on the dojo show that just came out today, and it was a really, really cute promo, I guess. So Kaho didn't want to challenge for the title. She didn't feel she was worthy enough, and it was Minami Katsu of all fucking people, the one who was ice cold hearted, the dark heart of Minami Katsu, and then the awesome storyline of Misa Kagura bringing out the niceness in Katsu. So for the first time, Katsu declared she loved Ice Ribbon after facing Misa Kagura, and they became a tag team. She wears pink now, and now she's bringing Kaho out of her shell, and, she wants her to challenge for her title. I don't know, I thought it was a really cool angle. It almost feels better than the original one with Ibuki Hoshi, so I'm very much excited for that main event. Minami Katsu versus Kaho Matsushita. And then also on the card we have Semi Chaos versus Totoro Satsuki. That's just big meat. And then there's Karari Wakana versus Mai Yukihi, which is the final of Karari Wakana's 7-match series, who's basically their main rookie. And her last match with Haruka Umisaki was amazing, so I really enjoyed that. So we'll see what she can do against Mai Yukihi and how hard Maya Yukihi works as well. And then there's just some other preview matches, which we don't need to talk about. And then we got Stardom on the 27th of October, Korakuen Hall. There's only 2 matches announced for that, as of now, I think, which is the Goddess of Stardom title between Mavida Loka, Itsuki Aoki, and Rina Yamashita against BMI 2000, which is Natsuko Tora and Ruaka. And the most amazing match you'll see next week, the high-speed title, Mei Seira versus Waka Tsukiyama. We're all excited for that, aren't we, Tim?
Absolutely. What do you think?
Oh, well.
This is going to happen.
Mei's winning, right?
Yeah, she should.
Well, I kind of want Mavida Loka to beat BMI 2000 as well. Okay, it's a bit weird because they're freelancers.
Yeah, it's Rina and Itsuki is right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they should. I don't know.
It would be kind of weird because Hate kind of need some credibility, right?
I just in the long run, I kind of want Saori and Natsupoi to beat.
Oh, true. Yeah, I mean, what am I talking about? Yeah, they're going into.
If they want to beat Mivida Loka instead, I have no problems with that actually. But I think it would be better fitting if they beat Hate, I guess.
No, it makes sense because they're going into Goddess Tag League, so obviously Hate are going to have the titles going into that tour. So yeah, that kind of way.
Yeah, I don't know if I would change the titles before so shortly before the tour begins. Yeah.
And then finally we have Marigold's Big Sumo Hall Show on the 26th of October, which we've spoken about a bit, but here's the full card. The opener will be Kazuna Tanaka versus Shino. So I just want to say here, Kazuna Tanaka had a fucking crazy match with Ryo Seto on the 17th of October house show. I still don't know what the fuck I watched. Okay. They were literally trying to kill each other. I don't know what there was a fucking shoot headbutt on a random house show in Fukuoka. I was like, have I got the right stream open? What? There were leg locks where Ryo Seto did on Kazuna Tanaka, and she removed Tanaka's boot to try and break her foot, and Tanaka was bare feet, one of her foot was just bare, so no boot, no socks or anything, and so she started attacking it relentlessly. It was just fucking randomly awesome. I don't know. So I really enjoyed that, but yeah, so that. I think that was one of Kazuna Tanaka's better performances, and Shino is obviously the 16-year-old pro wrestling prodigy. What they say. I mean, I think she's really good, but we'll see. She hasn't had a lot of matches, so that's a second generation showdown because they're both second gen wrestlers. Their parents will be at ringside, so it's like your mum at sports day, I guess. Oh, and their parents were obviously both parents were Mishiko Omukai and I don't remember Tanaka's mum's name. Whatever. Fukawa or something. Whatever. And then there's a gauntlet tag. Just get everyone on the card. Gauntlet tag. The only interesting thing about that is Shioko Koshino is debuting. So that's Flying Penguin, who is now unmasked and signed with Marigold. So she will be debuting with X. So we don't know who her partner is.
She's a singer, right?
She is a singer, yeah. So, and then we have Big Name M. So it's a mystery person that begins with M against Megaton. And we have Big Name S against Chikagoto. And the speculation is that is Suri. So we'll see.
Who do you think M is going to be?
I have no fucking idea, to be honest. I haven't even thought about that. But it's against Megaton, so who the fuck can it be?
Maybe this is the thing everyone talked about, that the Mirai leaving was just an angle, and she returns as the Darkness
Jesus
Revolution
fucking Christ.
against Megaton.
That would be insane.
So, at least that would make sense why she didn't get any fucking kind of fucking celebration for leaving.
Yeah. Well, she showed up in JTO now, so now I'm convinced, she's going to be in a freelance.
I'm just joking around. Who could M be? Maybe it's
Megaton 2. So maybe now Ishikawa, who is in the gauntlet tag, but maybe she dresses up as someone later. That would be the sort of dumb shit they do with Megaton. Anyway, we'll see. And then there's the Twin Star title match, which is Chiaki and Misa Matsui, Darkness Revolution, against Magenta, Marvelous's duo. So that's almost certainly going to be a title switch. There's no way. I would be shocked if Magenta hold it after that. Then the next match, which is going to be the best match on the card. Okay, maybe not. Maybe Miku and Utami. Actually, all 4 top matches are pretty good. So we got Chihiro Hashimoto versus Seri Yamamoka. Awesome match. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Then we have the United National title, which is Mai Sakurai versus Victoria Yuzuki. I'm actually looking forward to this after watching the preview tags. They have also been trying to kill each other. So especially Yuzuki has been kicking the shit and just doing whatever she can to destroy Mai Sakurai. And Mai Sakurai seems to be like a bit motivated going against Yuzuki. Because I think Yuzuki also debuted against Mai. So there is some motivation there, so we'll see. And then we have the Marigold World title, which is Miku Ono versus Utami Hayashishita. Yep, they've absolutely been killing each other as well. And in the main event, we have Io Sky, Io Shirai versus Mayu Iwatani. Thoughts on the card?
I don't really know. I probably gonna have a couple of good matches on it. I don't know. I really don't know if I'm excited for the Mayu Io match. I don't know. If I out of 10, I'm probably at a 7, which is fucking crazy for these two. So yeah, you told me it's a 15-minute time limit match, right?
No, it's not, because the Superfly is not on the line.
Oh, that's what that meant.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm a bit more excited.
Okay.
I thought it was no title on the line and 15-minute time.
Oh, that would be fucking dumb. Why would you? Yeah, no. They would only constrain themselves if the title was on line, which it's not.
Yeah, because I was like 100% it's just going to be a draw, right? Because
oh yeah, no.
Mayu can't lose, Io can't lose. Maybe it's still going to be a draw. We all know Rossi.
Yep.
But I'm kind of rooting for like Miku and Utami to blow him out of the water, to be honest.
I'm rooting for all 3 of the matches below, to do their best.
Yeah, it's just the WWE stink. We talked about
it.
It
is.
I just can't really get excited for it.
We can't get past that. Sorry, sue us. We can't get past the WWE stink.
Yeah. And would you be excited if it turns out to be Suri? Or disappointed?
Oh boy. I don't know how I'd feel. If she comes... Oh, fuck, man. I would be excited to see her. So she didn't really get to... Well, she didn't wrestle at all against Seri Yamamoka and people like that. So I would be excited to see her against new and improved Yuzuki, Yamaoka, Komomo Minami, Miku, like again. I don't know. I'd be excited for those matchups, but man, yeah, don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I don't know how happy I would be, but
also less Stardom
could have
people.
A couple of great matches.
Maybe less Stardom people on Suriism shows as well, so that'd be a bit sad.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember Natsukoi and Miku Kanai? Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, I mean, whatever her deal is, if she comes into this show, she's still gonna be she's just gonna be a freelancer anyway, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna sign. Even if she has a deal with Marigold, she's still gonna be on Marvelous shows as
There's zero chance she does not continue to be a freelancer. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of whatever, right?
Yeah. All right. That's that. We're done. Oh, match of the week. Quickly.
Match of the week. Quickly.
So I'll go. My winner was
go.
Bradita versus Okada Takeshita on AEW.
Okay.
That match was fucking sick. My runner-up is Senka and Takumi.
Okay. I wanted to shout out real quick because this is Joshi'ing around, right? Because I thought Tekla and Jamie Hayter was really good. I think this match is really underrated. Kind of went under the radar on the weekend. But my match of the week was actually Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher.
Ooh.
Maybe. I think I'm on an island here. I liked it better than both the tag matches on the show. But that's like, I don't know why. This match just really fucking worked for me so fucking well. It kind of really like carried me away. And I thought it was just incredible professional wrestling. And I'm not even like a Mark Briscoe guy or anything. I do love Kyle Fletcher a lot, actually. Like, I think he's making himself really well. But yeah, I thought those two matches were like basically my two highlights from the show over the two tag matches. Yeah,
spicy.
So that's my shoutouts.
Cool.
What did you say?
I said spicy, just like your McDonald's combination.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do that again.
All right, well, thanks guys for listening. We went maybe a bit over our guide time. There was a lot of fucking big indie shows, okay?
We had a lot to watch this week,
yeah.
So. Anyway, thank you, Eric, for another great episode.
Thank you, Tim, for another great episode.
And see you next week, I guess. Huh?
And thank you to our listeners. Yeah, see you next week.
Yeah, like and subscribe and stuff. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.